Welcome to Dundas Birds.
Hi.
This is a in-between episode. This is one-on-one.
These are probably going to be rare, if at all, and it'll most likely end up just being me and Amethyst until somebody else needs to have one.
Actually, I am planning on doing some with others. That isn't coming up yet, so it will be. I believe about one episode of this per everyone, but you'll probably be the one with the most.
Amethyst.
Yeah, because and just to say that this one will be different this one will be most likely a lot longer or a little shorter than normal episodes. So don't feel like I'm cutting you out of an episode here. This is not some thing that we're doing to try to cover up that we don't have episodes. We do have episodes.
This is like a preliminary thing.
Yeah, there will be an actual full episode coming out later, or a full episode that's shorter than this episode might be. We don't know how it's going to go so far. I have an idea. He has an idea. Neither of us have spoke about the idea, other than what we know. Do we have a plan of the idea itself?
Ooh.
We have a name for the idea.
Cool.
I'm trying not to sneeze at that idea.
Snork.
What?
Snork. That's a fnork. In my family, at least, I don't know. You snort so hard, you nose fart. It's fnork.
I needed this information, just to mentally and physically survive life now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, welcome, guys.
It definitely didn't take us an hour and a half to get to this point.
Longer.
We stopped at 10:30. Look at the time.
Oh, fuck.
It's now 12:17 a.m. on June 12th.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we did the episode. Damn it. Oh, well. In my D&D. Just, shit, sorry.
Yeah. Thanks, Thoth.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh, my God.
We had too much chalky milk and now we're all hyper.
Yeah, we did. Well, mainly it was firstly me and Microsoft having an argument, even though we're just two idiots in a room. I'm not saying he was yet. He wasn't part of it until
I had to sign in, do some stupid shit. And I was like, yay.
Yeah. And then it was a whole fiasco, but
you can probably tell by the quality of audio and the lack of background noise that we're most likely not at his home or at mine.
Yeah, we're currently in a new area.
For the time being. This is not going to be a regular thing.
Yeah, not at all.
God forbid we have all those people in one room here.
Yeah.
It's already bad enough with mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew, this is going to be an interesting episode.
Yes.
So today...
Is tea time, Doctor?
Yes, it is. But the way this is going to work is the others, they went back off to a tavern / inn. They're going to stay the night.
It's just me, and I have time to prep before tea time with...
Yes, you have about 3 hours in game time.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go find a shop that sells a tea set. Because I just realized there's no place I'm aware of that actually makes tea, nor do I have enough money to buy a full thing of fucking at a shop. So I'm going to go find a tea set.
Okay.
I'm literally going to be the IRO now. That is, I'm going to start looking up quotes from Last Airbender, even if they're not IROs. There's the Avatar. Go. Just randomly say that.
Sorry, a little bit of the insanity still there. Kind of thing.
Or what's another one I could say? That would be completely weird if Pyro said it.
Down with the Avatar?
No. How does it go? See, I can't see normally. I let out supersonic waves from my mouth. Start screaming.
Just quacking loudly instead.
If that squeal, that really high-pitched one registered, I will be fucking mad. I actually squeaked to the point where I barely heard it. It came out of my throat.
I heard it.
It was so high-pitched. It's the middle of the night, so
Yeah, it's 12:20 at night now.
Mhm.
But anyways,
So yeah, I'm gonna go find some.
all right. So get ready for some rolling. Make sure you're in the DM screen. You only have temporary
It's
access.
only fucking okay. Shit. All right.
The reason that Streak had access was because he was one of the most regular people, and that was it was one of the times we had the first session where we didn't have him. So,
Right.
and that's the reason is because I wanted to make sure, stuff's going on.
So we roll to find a shop that sells tea set.
Yes. I want you to roll.
There is no stat called yes.
You're an ass. Isn't that kitty sheet in the front though?
No, I switched it.
Oh, okay.
I have Nick, Kitty, and Draco all in the front, so I can switch them out. There's the pixie stats. I was wondering where they went. Out of context, no one else can understand that, but in context, yeah, I was wondering. I was like looking for this like an hour, like where are they? Look how terrible their stats are, though. The absolute
+2 plus. What's that?
I don't know. So you can fucking that's not right. That's not. I think
A
there's
2 plus a -12. I thought that was a +2.
Mhm.
No, -12 +9 +2 +1 -2 +10.
Yeah, they almost exclusively did strength rolls, so you can imagine how well they went. Almost exclusively.
I was there for a few of their rolls.
Yeah.
I can see in your DM screen. Remember?
Yeah, and you got to see the Pixie Cool put a 44 on its own ass.
Yeah. It just suddenly had a 3-inch 44, but
It was a 3 centimeter. It was less than 3 inches tall. And it got called gay and got very sad.
and shot itself. That's always fun.
Same.
Anyways,
So I'm gonna roll to find a tea shop.
can you give me an investigation?
Yeah.
I believe that's a -1.
Ooh.
Oh, right, it changed because
I got not crazy.
Yeah.
First
roll.
First roll.
That's a nut.
Yeah. I would imagine that's what it sounds like, but I don't know. I've never done it. So who knows? So there you go. You're welcome. Yeah. So where's my tea shop at? You can edit that out later.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Oh,
like
God.
the cock up an asshole of a man who likes it. I'm keeping that in.
Fucking bald. Yeah. So
We're too stupid for this fucking episode.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna
boy.
this until 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Which is fine. I'd actually like a
Yeah.
pretty decently long episode.
Yeah, I don't care. It's date night, man. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. This is a date, apparently.
Yeah. Because everyone's trying to fuck Dragonborns for some reason.
Well, I mean, 2 people have.
Yeah.
One of them's pregnant.
I'm actually not. I actually am incompatible now. I wasn't before. And now,
Yeah, you are compatible.
yay.
Though there's no way in hell she's letting you do that.
No, because she doesn't want kids, and that's fine. Because I'm too old. Too old for that shit. Anyway, so I'm looking for a tea shop or some place that sells tea sets.
Also, I just remembered. I'm going to clarify this again.
Yeah.
Because I keep forgetting that I made this change to Dragonborns. Dragonborns live as long as elves do.
Oh,
Not
super
80
long.
years.
So super long.
Yeah, they live...
Hundreds.
Yeah, they live...
Oh,
Dwarves live 300, right? Or is it...
300 is the high end.
Yeah, and then 500 for elves.
Yeah.
So they live as long as elves do. I made
Which
that
means I've
change...
got maybe 20 years.
Yeah, I made that change specifically because it's something lore-wise with the world that no one knows, and I'm not going to just spill right now because there's no point. But yeah, so I just want to point that out because that will become a point if you end up coming down that line of conversation with her.
Yeah, which will be a mellow point for sure.
Yeah,
Because I'm old. I know it.
Yeah.
I got the sexy grandpa going for me though, so it's fine.
I mean, Iroh. Ooh.
I definitely got the facial hair for it. I trimmed it in the game. I first thing I did after I got back is I went to clean up. Because I was like, wow, 250 years of insanity will do some weird shit to you. Lots of hair in lots of places that they really don't belong.
Just remember, you were sane. You were you were a normal dwarf. When you became sane again, you looked down and went, "I'm a duck."
Yeah, I was like, huh? What?
I can imagine that your sane brain went. I think this is just part of it. I think I'm just getting better.
No, that's fine.
And at this point, you're just like, no, never mind. That's real.
Nope, just call me Scrooge.
Anyway,
so tea shop.
Yeah, so you walk you, with that 20, that 24. Not 20, not 24, but that who the fuck cares? You walk up to this place and you find some people cowering inside because pretty much literally you just walked in from the battle.
Yeah.
At this point,
in which I am currently not dressed in what I'd like to be dressed in because I don't have those types of clothes yet. So I'm basically a shirtless, practically naked duck. Because I'm just wearing a kilt.
And you walk in to see an Eastern Dragonborn elderly lady staring at you blank-faced as you come in the door. As if the whole crazy shit... You can hear people screaming still in the background. And she's just... What do you want?
Do you have tea set and perhaps some robes? This kilt doesn't really cover much.
No robes. Tea? Yes, tea. She beckons for you and starts walking. And you realize she steps down the ladder and she's about as tall as you.
Oh, that all means I can keep up with her.
Yeah, she's really old.
Okay.
You can tell.
How much for the tea set?
It depend on which choose.
Well, there's a girl, so.
Ooh, date.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
I see. You can tell that her common is broken. She's used to speaking Draconic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to emulate that as best I can without sounding racist. I probably sound racist. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm saying that to the audience if anyone took offense. I'm not trying to emulate that. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying to do an older lady that doesn't speak English normally. That speaks Draconic and is Asian.
Yeah. That's, you're not wrong. You're not racist if it's not wrong.
Why are you responding to something now, Ishiro?
Really, I'm gonna put this under...
It's almost an hour later.
Yeah, no problem. Great, thanks.
No, actually, it's about 2 hours 30 minutes later. Think about it.
Okay, what have you got to show then?
She leads you to this nicely set up, like, amongst all the destruction and stuff that's going on, her store is looks untouched.
Like an actual Bolo China shop?
Yeah.
Untouched.
Yeah. And there's this one big glass cabinet with these beautiful tea sets with little numbers scribbled on them. But the problem is, the symbol next to them for the coin is not gold. It's silver. On this continent, silver's worth more than gold.
So it's more by a significant amount. Scheiße. Well, how about a trade, then?
Trade?
I have a couple of things I'm willing to part with. Things from my
For
home,
date.
Things from my home country I've never even considered giving to anyone until there's a reason for it, and this is a very good reason for it.
For date, I understand. Yes. Coin?
I have gold.
I'm
not from here.
I see.
I just kind of
Do not see many doors.
I just killed a turtle out front.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, I pulled something out of it and it kind of turned off. And I gave it to some weird guy that I didn't like very much. I've only been sane for like an hour, so you probably saw me earlier screaming my head off, and I have different hairstyle and more of a beard. But
Yes, I batch her things.
ah,
She like pulls a sword that was way too long to be hidden under her little robe.
it's 6 foot like a claymore.
Yeah.
She just whips out a claymore like, yo, I got this. How? Even she's like,
I don't remember it being this long.
it's like,
Well.
okay.
Magic items thing.
Oh, yeah, I know about those. I've got one. I have quite a lot of gold, though. Apparently in my crazed state, I alphabetized it. I don't even know how that's possible.
She gives you a confused look for a second, then she just accepts it.
Trust me, I'm the same. I know. I don't understand what went through my head.
G, H? No, G.
Yeah, pretty much.
She actually, you actually said that in the episode. She heard you.
She's mocking. It's great. But yeah, I've got a lot of gold.
What trade? What is other trade? Opposite trade.
He's going to pull out.
Do you not want to just turn on the light?
No, it's fine. It's too bright.
Okay.
Fergus. My magical returning crowbar that looks like a banana. For some reason. I forgot that. But yeah, it says right there it looks like a banana. But yeah, no. Just pull it out.
No use me.
It's okay. What about this? Take off the cape that I made last cotton.
It is well made. Well made.
I'd recommend possibly tanning it a little bit before using it for anything.
I see.
It literally just came off the animal. Like
at this point, it's dried though.
Yeah, but it's still got like little bits of skin and stuff on the inside of it because it's, you know.
She lifts it up. This would be good for a sister.
Well, you're welcome to it. I did some horrible thing to it apparently, and I made alcohol out of what was left of it. So.
Do you have some?
Oh, I take the fucking keg that's basically the size of both of us.
I'll take less.
Oh.
This and 50 gold.
I pull some out and I stick it on top of the keg before pouring a tankard. Sip. Seriously, that shit's strong.
She takes it and just downs it. And then she puts it down. She's unaffected.
Son of a bitch. Alright. I will never question anything ever. Put the keg back.
Do you want to do anything about this woman?
I'm going to just, like, cartoon drop jaw, just... Oh. I've seen Dragonborn 7 feet tall floored by this shit, and you just down a whole keg at your size, and it's nothing. I get drunk from this. Me.
Well...
And I drank for 250 years straight. What?
Do you want to do, like, an insight check on her?
Oh, she's probably way older than me. What's insight wisdom? Yes, plus 8.
Well, we'll just make this insight check a little more in depth than just is she lying or not or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see this result. 17.
17 to see what the fuck. 17 to see what the fuck.
As you start to look over her, her purple scales start to make you recognize something about her.
Okay. Oh, is she Amethyst's what?
Grandmother.
Grandmother. Oh my god. Wait a second, do you know Amethyst? The General Amethyst?
Yes. She's granddaughter.
Oh. I'm gonna, like, turn around and put my head into the bag of holding and just...
You don't have it on you.
Well, how do you think I got the gold?
Oh, okay.
I carry it because I have
that's right, you do it. You do have it.
Yeah, I carry it because it's where I live.
Where do you go?
I'm gonna put my head in. I'm not gonna jump in. I'm gonna put my head in it and I'm going to scream as loud as I possibly can into the bag.
She can still hear it, but...
Yeah, I know, but muffled a little.
So you open it up to like a trapdoor size, and then a trapdoor actually appears in the hole of the bag, and you punk.
I'm sorry, how about, yeah, but good to know.
Please roll
A
deception check.
deception, that's my charisma. Shit.
See how this goes.
I don't know, it's there. Oh, 12. Oh my god, yeah, okay. That's an outright.
Nut.
Not indeed.
She has a +8 in that, so that's a 28.
Yeah.
Plus it's a crit. Holy.
Okay, yeah, I get it, thank you.
Whew, she looks you dead in the eye and goes, "That's why you ask." And she gives you just a terrible glare. Yeah, she need love.
Well,
She's too hard on herself. Too hard.
I agree. I just want her to be happy. That's why I'm getting her a tea set. I'm taking her tea and just trying to mellow out. Because before I was kind of creepy, and I'm aware that I was creepy, but now I'm trying to not be, and apologize for that, because I'm pretty sure I did some terrible things. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I threatened to rape one of her guards because he touched a girl, which I don't even know how that would be humanly possible, but anyway, so how about that tea set? So how about the Dodgers? It's too damn good for this shit.
She turns to you and her entire expression changes. She goes, "Well, you see, she worked a long time to be where she is. Long time. Longer than those idiots."
Oh, I'm sure. I've not too fond of people that mess with girls, especially little ones. We have one in our party, and they did some unsavory things, and I was not very friendly back, which was warranted, to be fair. But honestly, I think I may have gone a little overboard.
No, they deserve it.
Oh, if you say so, I'm not disagreeing.
You see, last time they came over, because the first time she was announced to be general, she came to me with her guards in tow, and I immediately knew. She didn't. Bless her soul. She was innocent, way more innocent than she thought she was.
You're being, I don't know if the microphone's picking you up or not. You're being very quiet.
I'm trying to make sure that it can. I'm pretty sure it can.
Yeah, it should be fine, but
Yeah.
I know. It is a good mic, but it's $40.
Yeah.
Who knows?
When they come over, they give off bad vibe.
I understand that completely.
I put something in there to make their stomachs upset.
Oh. I'm going to applaud you there the best I can with.
She just reaches out a hand.
I'm just. So I got feathers. I don't really have fingers per se, so it just kind of wet, like a soft. A feather duster.
Yes. So, you pick any. Pick any tea set.
I'd like to know what they're made of.
This one. It's a little more expensive side. It's entirely metal.
I'm thinking something made of a finer material. Not something, because I want the best for your granddaughter. I want her to be.
Yes.
I don't want to be like that dude that shows off and like, hey, look at me, I got all of this money. But I also don't want her to feel like I'm treating her like garbage, because she deserves more respect than that, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah, because God, watching her fight was something else.
You should have seen her in her younger days.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't too much different.
Oh no, it wasn't too much different. She was just a little bit more squeamish.
Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure I was pretty squeamish back when I was her age.
She's hard on herself. She's mentally strong now.
I talk like a grandpa back when I was her age. Because I'm pretty sure I'm older than her in game, right? By
Yeah.
a significant amount.
Not as much as you think.
Oh, well, then again, Dragonborn's aged like a quarter of the speed fucking dwarves do. Makes sense.
Yeah. Metal. And she points to several ceramic sets, each with the same flower design but different flower color: red, a yellow, a purple, and a blue. And then a crystalline set. This material is what we grow. We grow this material. This material, very durable. It's what her armor made of.
I think that one will do. Because I also intend to have it with my companions and the general if she'll accompany us at some point. I really hope she does. But it can get a little bumpy on our travels.
Oh,
So
you could launch fireball at this, and it would be fine.
I'm going to make this quite obvious. I took a cannonball to the face and was fine. If it can withstand that, I'll take it. I literally took a cannonball to my face, this face, and was fine.
She fell down a mountain,
Cannonball.
steep mountain.
I lived on the mountain for 250 years. It's not a pissing contest, but I think I got a little on her when it comes to taking injuries. I lived on an island with nothing but dinosaurs. You don't want to know.
You're that old?
I'm 280.
Oh, then no, you weren't wrong then.
Yeah, no, I've taken a lot more injuries than she has, I'm sure. But then again, I'm also dumb. Up until recently, apparently. When I wished for my sanity, I also gained my age's intelligence, which is very nice. Because, the education system in my world, in my country, is terrible. Anyway, there's no sense in boring you with details, but I think I'll take that set.
Of course. She opens it, and as she does, she has to reach up a little bit. And as she does, you kind of see her feet poke out from beneath her kind of little robe. They're completely skeletal.
I'm not going to say anything.
Here's teapot. And she hands you a few saucer dishes. They're all stacked up and
I'm going to put them on the counter. That's assuming to my left, as she's handing them to me, because I'm not about to drop this shit. I don't care if it's indestructible. I'm not going to risk it.
The last one, she throws it on the ground, it bounces back up, and she picks it up and hands it to you.
I'm still going to put it. Or just give it a...
Because she noticed that you were being gentle. She's just trying to prove it's durable.
No, thank you. Do we have a box? I want to treat this with as much respect as I can.
Yes. You see, as she gets back down, the cloak goes back over her legs, and she immediately, way too swiftly for however old she looks, runs to the back and comes out with this, what looks like cardboard box. It's made of a brown paper, obviously, like a treated brown paper wood, like some sort of wood.
It's like a plywood.
Yeah. But it's almost as thin as you'd expect a cardboard to be.
Yeah.
And she starts putting it all away because she gets on the ladder, puts it down, puts all the stuff in, closes the box up, and then she gets back down the ladder and she gingerly hands it to you.
I'm gonna take it and put it in the bag.
You have good time.
I will do my best, but before I go and find proper attire that doesn't leave me looking like a half-naked cave duck, are there any places in town, a park, gardens, something that's not on fire, which I'm pretty sure about most of this town is, but thankfully not anymore.
You go to my sister. Tell her I sent you. Tell her Ira sent you.
Ira. Okay.
She's also one that can get you the rose.
I'll be
Some
great.
nice rose.
I'm thinking maybe.
Like I said, she pulls up the camel skin again. This she'll take.
Okay.
I'll give this to her though.
Okay.
I have shop to run.
Okay.
It's almost morning anyways.
Thank you. If you ever need any favors, just I'll be here in town until either the general leaves with us or I just won't leave. I don't intend to leave her behind. Either she comes or I stay. So.
Yes.
So just call me. My name's Draco.
Hmm.
I'm thinking of having it changed if it's possible.
You'd have to go to Birth Nation.
Pardon?
You'd have to go to Birth Nation.
Birth Nation?
Your Birth Nation. Where are you from?
I don't know. I don't think it had a name, or if it did, I don't recall. It's been 250 years, and I didn't know the name of it then because I wrecked on the island, quite literally. So I don't know. All I know, there are a lot of birds there, and a lot of dinosaurs.
She can't tell where you're from. She rolled in that one.
Ooh, I can't tell her either. So.
Yeah, she just kind of looks confused at you. Like. Anyways, you go to my sister. She 3 doors down.
Oh.
They bought all the space between us. This stupid couple.
Oh, and is there a place where I can get a jewel or jewels? It's my. Hold on. I'm gonna pull out Merida, the little jewel pick. I come from a bunch of dwarves, but they're artisans. I'm a jeweler by choice. So I'd like to make her something for her armor, perhaps, or a trinket for her to wear, just in general. Because I don't really care what she wears.
You get it enchanted too.
With this?
No, her.
Oh,
whatever you make her.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Her armor.
Oh, I've heard stories.
Beautifully enchanted.
I've heard stories.
When they make it 3 different times. They had to reforge it entirely. Take it all apart. Put it back together. Take it all apart. Take it back. Put it back together. They finally enchanted it perfectly. You should see the power in that armor. Don't ever let her take it off. Well, I mean, other than sleep, of course. I mean,
okay, sir. Just why, if I may ask?
Oh,
Is it like she's in constant danger and you just don't want her getting hurt, or is it more of a tradition thing? I don't want to offend, but
oh no tradition. It just she become weak without it. In game, part of her health, the reason that's there is tied to the armor. So her health drops by half when she's in the armor.
Ooh.
Like her stats are not that. Her stats are the same. It's just the health that gets changed.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'd take an arrow for her.
No need.
Well,
Armor will take it.
If the armor for some reason is not being worn for some reason, and I'm present, I will take an arrow. I'd take a cannonball again to the face. Twice.
I wouldn't doubt.
Oh.
Alright. Three doors down. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna just quickly go to the 3 doors down and walk in.
As you do, you see her kind of poke her head out, and you notice the building she was talking about, the three doors down. It's all one building, and you see a couple outside. Like they're kind of like annoyed. They look annoyed, like a rich people annoyed. Like, oh, now we have to pay for this.
Haughty. Haughty. They look haughty.
They look haughty about the fact there is a giant ice crystal slammed into the house, and it's like caved in the middle.
Ooh.
And they don't look They aren't crying or anything, and you hear her start laughing and pointing at them, and then walk back in the store.
I guess they're sisters. They don't get along.
No, that she said the couple that bought that 3 doors between her house, or her shop and her sister's shop. They once were like basically next to each other, but they built because they thought they would one day build up. Have a big shop that would take up the whole space.
I got it now. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just kind of not apologetically at the couple, not really putting any manner into just, go to the sister shop.
You walk in. She's purple as well. And she's right behind the counter. What do you want?
Ira sent me.
I heard.
I'm gonna peek my head out and look back at her.
You see her head's back up, wink. You can barely tell that she does wink.
I'm gonna kind of just walk back in and try not to look confused, but fail miserably. I'm gonna try to roll to not look confused. I'm gonna look very confused. Okay.
You here for rope?
Rope. Yes. If you have color selection, I've been told burgundy is a good color on me, or maybe a dark green. Purple's a little on the nose.
Yes, especially for what you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm thinking burgundy or maybe a jet green. Maybe have to be dark green though. If it was too bright, it wouldn't do very well, especially since I don't intend to go back to the kilt again.
Just so you know, only a few minutes has passed in this whole thing.
It's only been almost half an hour.
Yeah, IRL it's already been only half an hour, but in game it's been 15. So you still have 2 hours 45 minutes
to kill.
Yeah.
Kind of. And I have to still figure out how she is. I don't think I ever gave her a location where meet. She just kind of said okay, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I'll have to go find her too.
So she immediately kind of just darts back. And she comes back with a thread, a couple different threads, and she puts the spools down on the table, or down on the counter, and says, "Which one?" And she points to the colors you actually mentioned.
Burgundy, dark green.
Yeah. Which one prefer?
How much for them? I don't carry silver. I'm new to this country. I do gold though.
Not to worry. Camel skin pay.
Oh, that's the thing. I don't intend to do what I did for the last 250 years and wear this exact same outfit for the entire rest of my life. So I'd like to have a switch so both of them are possible.
Perfect. Camel skin is great.
Oh, thank you. I bludgeoned it myself.
I know.
Well, how do you know? I didn't tell your sister how I did it. I just said I took care of it.
Oh, that makes sense. Me and sister, battle buddies. We know message.
Okay.
So we can talk.
I didn't even tell your sister how I did it. I just kind of.
You didn't?
No, I told her that I had used the leftovers to make the meat and I had taken care of the camel. I never said I bludgeoned it to death.
She kind of looks up and goes, like she's listening to something. Ah, I see.
Yeah, I don't exactly know why I did it. All I know is that it was like a water balloon, from what I'm told, and it was not pleasant. Well, I'm sure you don't know what water balloon is, but don't worry about it. It's not something you'll hear here for at least another several hundred years. So
I know. Is it obvious these old ladies are powerful?
Yes, it is. I'm like, if I fuck up, I'm probably dead when I did that walking.
She runs back and comes back with three of the robes of the color of each of the color that you asked for.
Oh, I have 6 robes now.
No.
There's 2 colors.
Each one. She then starts to separate them because she's like holding them like this, all the group together. She puts them down on the table and then counter and then stacks them apart from each other. So there's now 6 robes, 3 at the burgundy, 3 at the green, and you see there's a border on each of them.
With
One,
thread colors?
yeah, like
Oh.
it's not all one color.
Oh.
Like the accent.
Okay.
The accents on the first one, on the burgundy one, is a darker burgundy. Just very simple. The next is a kind of tan fluff.
Okay.
And the final one is a dark green matching the dark green of the other one.
Okay.
And then same kind of thing for the others. Except for,
Reversed.
yeah.
Okay.
Which one of each? Pick one color.
I'm going
One
to
of each.
do the burgundy with the dark burgundy accent and the green with the darker green accent. I'm not much for fluff, as I've already insulated for heat, so there's no real need for that. And burgundy and jade are kind of clashing colors, no offense, so they don't really. I'm doing this with my feathers, as they don't really, So if that's okay.
Yeah, she picks all of them up really quickly and goes in the back, and you hear kind of like those old typesetter machines. It sounds like that in the background. And then you see her put spools of different threads back up on a wall and comes back out.
Okay. Do you have either a changing room or a separate room that's not exposed to the open where I can switch out?
She points around the corner.
I'm going to pick up the jade with darker jade and go change. And when I come back out, I'm going to just just take the kilt and just say, burn it and stay away from the fire. Or I don't want to keep this. If there's somewhere I could throw this away, or I could burn it and keep it away from small children and animals. This thing is 250 years old and has never been washed. I mean, if you wash it a couple thousand times...
She takes it and she kind of looks at it. You see her, like, pull on it, and it almost, like, undoes itself.
No.
And then she puts it back, and it doesn't look like it's been pulled apart at all or anything.
What?
Maybe I undo. Maybe I take thread, because this is dwarven thread.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't get much of the threading.
Okay.
She throws it in this bin, and you hear the typesetting machine again. The sounds of a typesetting machine.
I'm gonna quickly tie up the sash of this robe. It's like a kimono. It's not a fucking bathrobe.
Yeah.
Not to explain to the audience, I'm not putting on a fucking bathrobe like a goddamn Hugh Hefner, son of a bitch. This is a kimono.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. And is there a place I can get jewels from? Your sister said you may know. I'm trying to make an enchanted piece of jewelry or something for your granddaughter.
Yes. Yes. You have to go into the inner city wall. Inner city wall, think his name. What's his name? Rave?
No, Rafe?
Yeah, Rave.
Okay.
It's spelled weird. It's Ravefe.
Rafe, okay.
Weird man.
Okay.
Like being underground more than...
Where is Amethyst?
Amethyst.
Is she in the center of the city?
Yes, she's with the king currently.
Okay, I am...
She runs in the back, and literally, like...
In my lamp cup, I need a pencil. I have to write down, but I don't have to open them. I have kimonos. 2 of them. 2 kimonos.
I don't know if that's got ink or lead.
Both of them do. I keep both of them stocked.
Okay, good. So she runs in the back, and she comes back out with this weird looking gold coin that's got a triangle cut out in the middle. Take this, and when you go to find her, use this
Give this to Fairman. Give this to Fairman.
Airman? Okay.
Ah, wait. I say it wrong, don't I? Ferryman?
Oh. Okay.
I seen you fly on.
Yeah,
What do you call him? Call me.
the thing out front?
No. The thing that brought you
Wings?
to the castle earlier. I forget what called in the common. Don't worry.
Okay.
You, sis, you already paid, sis. You go.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go make my way towards the middle wall. Which I'm gonna fly. It's bigger.
Alright.
Luckily for me, the kimono doesn't cut off my wings from working. So.
Yeah, it's made perfectly to suit you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go fly up to the middle wall.
If it wasn't obvious, she literally went in the back and made them, then came out.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna land just outside of the middle wall once I get there, because the last thing I want to do is to run into a force field or some magic barrier or some shit, which I'm sure there is one. And I'm gonna look and see if there's a gate or guards in the outpost.
There are some guards, and they look at you with this just, what the fuck is that, as you approach.
And they're looking at how tall am I again?
3 or 4 foot?
4 foot tall duck wearing a Japanese kimono with a tie back gray hair.
They kind of have that, like, feather thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that's called.
It's like a helmet thing.
Yeah,
Right.
on their helmet, and they have pikes.
Okay.
Like, imagine the soldiers' pikes from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And they're just standing there, and they're just looking at you.
I'm going to walk up to them and just kind of do a friendly nod. I'd like to go into the middle city. I have business in there with was it Rafa? Right? Rafa? I'm getting a jewel, an enchanted one for the general.
For general.
Yeah, bit of a person on if it's alright with you. I'm terribly nervous. I'm doing this with my feathers. Just
They immediately cross their pikes.
okay.
What is your reasoning for going through?
I'll tell you, but just keep it amongst yourselves, okay? The last thing I want is to get a bunch of attention from everyone from this, but I'm treating her to a date. I'm making her tea in the city. I think there's a park somewhere, maybe.
You see the two guards. They immediately, like, one goes up to the other's ear, you know, like, fucking God, it's him. That's the guy that she was uttering about, wasn't it? Yeah, dude, that's him. That's gotta be him. I mean, why else would he be talking about it? And they just immediately go.
I'm gonna not butt in and ask what the hell's going on because that's rude. But if you don't mind, I have business. Thank you.
They just kind of wordlessly point.
I'm gonna go past and I'm gonna look for the gem shop or wherever Rafa. Rafa? I'm asking you as a DM. Is that Rafa? Okay, it is. I'm not good with names that are not new, that are not old. So I'm gonna roll an investigation and see what I get. That's intelligence, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Shit. 13. Not terrible. I got 13.
Mm-hmm. So you begin to walk through the city, and you spend about, like, 20 minutes. It's now about been an hour at this point. So you're out in your first hour.
Okay.
And nearly an hour in ourselves.
Yeah.
You lead your you walk your way through the town, of course, getting some glares and stuff like that, because of course no one has seen anything other than other dragonborns in here for a while, because pretty much you got anyone else been
Voodoo.
yeah, because of what's been going on.
Okay. I'm used to ridicule, so it's fine.
Well, they're not like ridiculed.
It's
It's
a glare
glare.
of disdain.
It's a glare. It's yes, it's glares of disdain and then confusion.
Mm.
Because like, wait, how did you get in?
It.
You know.
Oof. I got him. It. Oof. Okay.
Well, because you're a duck, they don't know.
Oh, I'm also clothed and carrying weapons. Oh, I put that weapons. They're not really weapons. They're
Well,
tools.
one's a pick.
It's a tool, and it's this big.
Yeah.
So it's not visible from far away. It's too small. So. But yeah.
But eventually you come to the shop, and you can see the supports are completely made of the gemstone material, the same as your teacup set, but instead the gems are green.
Hmm.
In it, which doesn't really clash well with the brown wooden structure, but
I'm not an architect. I'm gonna go inside.
as you walk inside, you see a maroon dragonborn man hunched over a table. You can see like a jeweler's glasses set over his eyes, and he's like very, very carefully picking away at something.
Okay. Question to the DM. Since I'm a jeweler by trade, do I get advantage trying to figure out what gem he's working on?
Yes,
Excellent.
you get
I'm gonna figure out.
double advantage.
I'm gonna figure out what gem he's working on from a distance. Just I'm gonna start with an impression, and it's intelligence.
Yes,
So it's a +4.
it's
Not 20.
double advantage.
Not 20.
Okay, doesn't even matter.
I rolled 3d4s, 3d20s, plus my intelligence.
Yeah, so
Not 20.
he is literally working on the most pure diamond you've ever seen in your life.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him softly, just so I don't startle him.
Mr. Duckfeet, you're gonna walk up to him softly. Yeah.
Nice diamond you're working on there.
Yeah. He puts it down and he's just like, ah. He turns around, and I want you to roll a constitution.
Save or just a normal?
Save.
A save?
Yes.
I get advantage. Yeah, 2d20s plus 1. I guess I get a saving throw for that. Thank God. 7. I got 6 and 2.
You're very, very startled by this.
Oh, is he wearing the glasses still in his eyes?
No.
His eyes up closed? That'd be fine.
No. Well, yes, he is. He's still wearing the glasses.
His eyes.
But the thing is, he doesn't have two.
Oh, yes.
He has not. He has a third eye right there. Yeah.
Oh, just
So that was just it startling you. How about it startled you? Your legs are all. You were like not expecting that. Hi.
Sorry.
He takes he takes the glasses.
No, it's okay.
Hi.
I appreciate another jeweler. I haven't seen one ever. Actually, I've never seen another jeweler.
Oh.
I'm the only in my family of jewelers, so none of my family are jewelers. They're all artisans. They make swords and shields and armors and shit. I decided to do jewels. I've been doing it 250 years, so you can imagine. I'm a lover of the craft, so I do applaud you for that magnificent diamond you have.
Yeah. I've been working on that for like a month to make sure, because that's for someone important, and that's not going to work out if it's not good. The king. The king's getting a new crown fitted for him because he's much smaller than the last king.
I hate to. I'm intrigued now. I'm sorry, but I've never met another jeweler before, and I love speaking to people. I've never seen anyone in my other craft before. I'm very interested. What tools do you use? Because all I have is this, and I show him Merida. which is like a 3-inch tall pickaxe,
Oh.
literally.
A dwarven tool?
Oh, I had to make this myself. It was a pain in the keister, to be sure. Here.
I didn't think any other species other than dwarves could mess with this metal. But he has. It's very obvious he has a really bad stutter. I've never really got to put a hand on dwarven material.
Well, I've been using that for quite a long time. It wasn't originally black. It used to be silver and brown, wood and steel, but lots of burning and lots of age practice.
It's very well. It's
If I may, I'm going to peer over the counter the best I can, because I'm short, but I'm not that short. You've missed by about 1 millimeter right there. I'm going to point to an edge that's just barely off.
I know. I just was, trying to make sure that I don't mess up. So I'm going slow.
That's completely understandable. Though, what are you using as the inlay? Usually most crowns use an inlay.
Well, where did I put it? He like knocks his horn, which you see a crack suddenly appear. I gotta get that mended again. And he walks quickly off.
Okay.
And after like 2 minutes, he comes back holding it. This. Ah, God. Ow, this hurts.
What is he holding? What is it?
He puts down the inlay he was going to use.
Oh.
He's focused on his horn at the moment.
Okay.
Ow!
Do you know what an inlay is, Mr. DM? For the viewers, since Mr. DM does know what an inlay is usually, if you have a large piece of jewelry, is a smaller piece that sits in a housing. That is an inlay.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I should that
So
inlay.
Inlays are usually smaller than the gems being worked with. That's why I asked.
So you were asking what the material was?
What the material he's going to put into this bigger gem he's working on, because this diamond is not tiny. If it's as perfect as he says it is, it's not tiny. It's probably about that, which means it's going on a crown. So the inlay would be smaller by quite a lot. And by the way, just in case the DM or anyone else knows, I did a lot of research to being a jeweler for this character specifically, so I know a little bit about carrots and celery and onions and all that other shit. It's fine.
Oh, you're great.
Thank you. But yeah. So I don't know what the rest of the crown looks like, nor do I know this new king. I don't think I've met the new king before. I have, not within memory though. The sanity's new. Things are being told to me through third parties, and I'm not familiar with everything and everyone I've met. I do know I put a hole in a king's wall, which I still think I have to apologize to him about that person, but that's for later. But a really good inlay for a diamond of that size would be something of a blue or purple variety, preferably sapphires, amethysts, or certain types of quartz.
You know what? That's for ruby, actually.
Red.
Yeah.
That's very aggressive.
Yeah.
Is the king? I don't mean to speak ill of your king. I'm new here, and I don't mean to make assumptions. But red's usually a very aggressive color. Is he kind of
He's 16.
I'd suggest having the rest of the crown, at least the back of the diamond, the housing it sits in, made of obsidian, or some type of pearlescent opal, perhaps. Something that is a bit more dark, because again, I used to be 16 too, and now it is. Anyway, we've been off topic. I'm on a time crunch. I'm looking for a specific jewel to enchant for the general. I have a personal affair with her this evening, and I'm going to make her something. And I need
Only female general at the moment is Tarsha.
amethyst, yes.
I went to school with her.
Oh, okay.
I know her. Don't worry.
But yes, I'm Okay.
You see him like he turns away for a second. He turns back to you like really quickly. Suddenly, he's like, mannerisms.
Hmm?
You're a dwarf.
Yes. What?
You're a duck.
Yes.
Is this some transformation spell or?
Do I know in character about the Path of the Beast?
Yes.
Oh, I chose this in my insanity, and now it's reversible. I could have picked an eagle or a bear. I got stuck with duck. But then again, I do look pretty good as a duck, though, you gotta say. But,
You got it working on with you, the robe and everything.
Yeah, this is new. I got this from Ira's sister, whose name was never given to me, and I really didn't ask. Then again, no one's asked me for my name either. But that's okay.
Ivor the China shop?
Yeah,
Outer City?
yeah. Her sister, who runs the clothing shop.
Oh,
That's what the robes are new.
That's the thing. I know. Amethyst's grandmother's. Yeah. Again, I went to school. I went to her house a bunch of times.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm making something for John Amethyst out of amethyst to go along with their suit of armor. Something that accents it.
And he pokes his own eye. And the gem, where my eye is.
I'm thinking something like that, but I'm thinking more chest plate. Something a bit more eye drawing, you know. Something maybe over the heart or right here. When I'm doing this, gesturing my chest, like right here in the middle of the chest, or
Like a necklace?
well, no, because again, she doesn't take off the armor other than sleep, from what I've been told. And if it's a necklace, you can lose that. So I'm thinking like something that can sit on the chest plate. And I've been told it's made of a crystalline material, which, being a jeweler, as you and I know, is going to be difficult to work with material from what I've heard. But
It's dense. It's more dense than you think.
that's okay.
Working on that, he points to the diamond, is harder than the material. That's not harder than the material itself. I'm saying the working on the diamond is harder.
I can assure you I've worked on many more dense things than this crystalline stuff, I'm sure. I worked on my own head once or twice. I didn't call myself dense.
He doesn't understand.
No, I'm saying this to you out of game.
I'm making. That's why I smiled. I was like,
I'm making.
I get it funny, but I didn't want to laugh at him while kind of being him. So.
Well, the roughest material I had to work with was artificial diamond volcanic rock. I had to go down to a volcano and lots of digging and lots of eating rocks that day. It was not a pleasant afternoon after that.
Well,
Anyway, I'm thinking her material is usually a purple color. I'm thinking something that accents it. That is.
Well, okay. That material, we grow it, and it comes in green, purple, orange, and clear. So that's going to be a bit, yeah. But clear, like he picks up the diamond. This kind of clear.
Oh, that actually. I have to enchant it too. I'm not good at enchanting.
I can direct you to someone who will.
But I'm thinking, I don't want to be sappy. I really don't want to be sappy, but I've never felt this way about anyone, even my own species and race. But I'm thinking of a small heart shape.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I'm thinking I would like it to help her health. The end. Help her increase health.
He kind of turns and you see a smile spread across his face. I had a crush on her myself when I was younger.
I don't mean to step on any toes.
No, I'm kidding.
But what does that mean?
I like guys.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
I'm from a very old-fashioned family and was isolated for 250 years. I don't know what the term gay means, and I don't understand that. As a character, I don't understand what the term gay means. So yeah. I'm actually confused in-game. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Like, brother? Like, dudes like brother?
No, just... other guys.
Well, I've got friends too, guys. Friends, is that what you mean?
No, I mean
Like,
romantically. Yes.
Involved with other-
Yes.
Is that allowed?
Yeah. Yeah, it's allowed.
Well, I can't really. Okay, I have no problem with it. I don't really. It's not my place to force my opinions on others. So you do whatever makes you happy, I suppose. I just don't understand. I'm from a different generation.
I understand. I understand.
There's another boomer thing I just said. I'm from a different generation. That's such a boomer thing to say.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
I just mocked the stutter without and not trying to do it.
the group needs to start calling me Uncle Boomer
Oh God.
instead of King Boomy. Just call me Uncle Boomer.
Oh
I'm
boy.
not sorry. Anyway, but yeah, something like that, and I really do need to be going quickly. I have to meet her in about 2 hours, and I still have to find her in the inner city, the capital, I assume.
Yeah.
So, clear, I'm thinking clear, maybe about the size of a gold piece. I can chip away at it pretty quickly.
Well, how do you plan on attaching?
Oddly enough, I have not had issues with just hitting metals onto other crystalline things. I don't know if it was just being lucky or not, but honestly, every time I've made something, it's never been onto something that already exists. It's always been something I made to have it specifically house it. So I didn't think of that. I don't actually know. I'm sure if it's the same material, it should be easier to just stick them together. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I mean, I could just heat it up. Dragonborns are notorious for having really high resistance to heat, but at the same time, I don't want to damage the chest plate and have an accident. Because I'm not flammable, but I'm sure at some temperature she is. So, what do you recommend I do? Would there be a certain gem I can do that would quite really use it on?
I could help you out with it.
Whatever, if you don't mind, I really appreciate it either way.
Yeah. Plus, it would be good, nice to see her, see her again.
Oh, I'll have to bring her by. I just still have to figure out where this garden is. Well, we may end up just walking around the city and talking. Who knows? Whatever she wants to do.
If you do end up walking around, do come to say hi.
Oh, of course, if you're still open.
I'll be open until late tonight, and that's only just morning.
Okay, well, fair enough. But the heart-shaped jewel piece, or jewel piece I can make.
Here's the thing. I don't have enough of the clear on hand. You'd have to go get some yourself.
Where? I'm on a time crunch now.
It won't take long at all. It won't take long at all.
Okay.
Where is the... You see him literally turn around really quickly and bonk into a wall. Here it is. I need to move this panel back. And he pushes on the wall, and the entire wall kind of rolled back as if it was on wheels. Until a part of it just starts to split, and then he comes off and starts walking more with that section. And it reveals there's a big circle drawn on the ground with symbols all around it. This is my way down.
Down?
Yeah.
Down to what?
Where they grow the crystals. I have my own little farm down there.
Okay.
It's like 30. No, not 30. 3,000 feet down?
How do you get up and down so quickly? You don't seem to be able to fly.
This. It's a portal.
Ah, okay.
I stumbled. I went into school for portal magics, and then I became a jeweler because I found out I liked it. So.
Oh, trust me, my entire family was a bunch of smiths. Didn't reflect off you well either. I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. This one I haven't gone down there in a while because I didn't even know I would need any. Because nobody asks for the material anymore. They always want metal.
Oh, I know. The first thing my
They
group
want.
asked me.
There are so many people that want platinum. So many people that want platinum, and I don't have any ever. They never give me a shipment.
Platinum is a terrible metal though.
But for jewelry and stuff.
It's still terrible.
I know.
It tarnishes so quickly. Not even worth
Tell
it.
me about it.
Anyway, I'll go down.
I have more titanium than I have gold and platinum.
If you did titanium and mixed it in with a little bit of iron flakes, it'd be a lot better than platinum. And it would look even shinier if you polished it properly.
Yeah, no.
But no one.
I can't get it up to that heat here. I can get it to be manipulated, but not hot enough to alloy it.
You're a dragonborn, right?
Yeah.
And you breathe fire?
No.
What do you breathe?
I
Don't.
He pulls down his shirt and there's a gigantic scar that starts from right here that was hidden by the shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's alright. It's the reason I stood down. It's hard to talk still.
Can I do a wisdom real quick to throw some bullshit knowledge at him that I know as a character, but I'm sure you don't know because it's your campaign. But I'll also throw some dwarven bullshit at him.
All right, go ahead. I enjoy that. And I'll give you advantage on this, just because I'm interested. What you have to say.
12.
Well, whatever it is. Go ahead. I'll allow it.
In my home country, dwarves, we do not breathe fire. I assure you, no, I don't breathe fire. What we end up doing is we end up taking what they call bellows. It's a big, look at accordion that doesn't play music, and they put it under a fire. You get that going, a little bit of dragon root powder, and a tiny bit of iron flakes in there. You can get that thing up to 6,000 degrees. I've done it. I have. It's incredibly hot. As a matter of fact, I had to do that. I did that in my house once by accident. Why do you think my pickaxe is black? This was enchanted to not burn, and yet it burned.
He gets really close. Really? And as he gets closer, you can see his center, the center of his forehead eye has two
Pupils.
Yeah.
Irises. The colored
irises.
parts.
Yeah, irises and pupils. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, if you look, you can see it's enchanted to not break or burn, and yet it's black. It wasn't originally. That's how hot it got. It broke through the enchantment where it can burn. But yeah, 6,000 degrees. The hottest I ever got it, I almost melted diamonds. I was very close until it exploded. That's the downside. You get too hot and you're in the wrong environment, too much moisture in the air. Boom. So, word of caution. Not that you have to worry about it. You're kind of resistant to heat in that general sense, but I wasn't at the time, and
Alright,
yeah.
Let's get that material then.
Yeah, I'll go down and I'll take care of it.
Okay, I have to make sure. This is one of the older ones that I set up, and it doesn't work all the time. I was young when I set this up.
That's fine.
It was actually the third portal. My other two go home and to a bunker because of what's been going on.
Oh, hopefully that's over with now. Took care of the turtle out front. It should be.
That's only one of them.
Oh, I'm sure there's more of them, but for now.
Well, that's at least what I've heard.
Oh.
Is there that there's because that was lunar. One yesterday was solar. Next is nebula, and then stardust. If that one's down, the other three have to be taken too.
Okay.
He stomps the middle of the portal, and you see it turn. You know in Skyrim, the DLC thing where for the vampire stuff, you go into the where you go into the soul cairn.
Yeah. Cool.
It looks like that, but instead like wooden planks instead of stones on the way down, and he falls right in.
Oh shit! I'm gonna fall on
He's laying face down, like
in the bottom of the hole.
in the ground. It's dirt floor,
In the farmyard.
Yeah, it's really, really hot, and he's just laying there. Mm.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
I'd help you up, but I don't think I'd be much help. I'm not very tall.
He just gets up and dusts himself off, and the piece of his horn has fallen off at this point. It's bleeding. Don't tell him.
Okay.
Well, actually, tell him if you want to.
That's okay. I'm not gonna say anything. What I'm actually gonna do is, instead of just looking for the regular crystal piece, I'm also gonna look for another one that is significantly bigger. Maybe that. Somewhere in there. Red, from loaf of bread to football. Somewhere in between.
So he kind of dizzily walks you down this, and you immediately come to just a stone wall. It's just dirt and stone all around you, like it was just mined out.
I'm sorry, I'm new here.
It's all right. They need complete darkness. He turns to the torch behind him. Magic fire also produces light, so they the crystals need darkness. So there's this wall. He draws a big oval in it, and that oval lights up, and the stone.
Did he put the fire out?
No.
So it doesn't need darkness.
No, it will stop growing. It stops growing in light.
Oh,
it doesn't.
It stops growing in light.
Yeah. So while the light's on, or while the light's getting to it, it won't grow. But
okay, I thought you said that it needed to be dark, and I was like, oh, my ass is on fire still, and that produces light.
Yeah. So it just wouldn't grow naturally if you were around it.
And that's good to know. Just remember that if you were upset, do some bullshit with that later. So yeah.
Gemini is rocking.
It's rock. My everything. So what do I see upon walking in this cavernous region of doom?
You see these wooden planks crossed in a big like tic-tac-toe shaped. You can see. Yeah, you can see like it's like this, but the very ends are like very little overlapping cross.
Huh.
In the middle is a raised dirt plot with a crystal growing from it. First there's the green, purple, orange, and clear at the back.
Okay.
The purple seems to be growing the fastest, and the green seems to be growing the slowest.
I'm gonna first go over to the green. Well, not the green, the purple. The purple one first.
What's up?
I can't insist upon getting. I need to help you. I noticed you've had problems here. With I kind of gestured the side of my head, and I point to the piece that fell off.
Am I bleeding?
A little, but don't worry about it. I think I can come up with a solution. If you don't mind, it may fix it. If I'm careful, I can fix it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and piece out the size of this horn.
It's back there. He goes and he slams to the wall because it closed behind him.
Did you forget something?
The thing that can break it easily when it's grown.
I've shown Merida. This stuff can break through diamonds pretty easily, and I think you could do the same here.
I know, it's just that if any little fracture line happens, it'll stop the entire part of it from growing. Each of these, he points to, it's like these giant crystal shards that are kind of growing out in shape like that.
Pylons.
Yeah, but he turns to and he points to each of them. I don't know which one is the main one. So if you chip the main one, it's dead.
Oh boy.
It could be the longest one, it could be the shortest one.
Well, okay. I'll just wait here then, I guess.
He draws a square this time, and the door opens immediately. and he walks up the wooden planks kind of shakily because they kind of bounce under his weight as he goes up. And 2 minutes later, and you see him catch himself on one of the boards that's slowly just going down with him.
Good catch.
The doors stayed open because he drew a square. And he comes back in. And he comes in with this weird shape like mallet, except for the head is...
Oh, like a jagged...
Yeah, like a jagged.
Almost like a jagged axe looking thing?
Yeah.
That's more wide.
Yeah. Alright, so... In a while.
Nothing? What happened?
It gets stuck between two of the pylon things. You know, I used to have a helper that would do this for me.
I'd offer, but I may break something.
No, it's fine. It's just...
My favorite story to tell is I took a cannonball to the face once just by being angry, so I'd rather not actually ruin your entire crop here, so I'm going to just let you.
He takes... You see these two metal strips on the side of the wood part of it. He pulls one up, and the entire bottom half of it turns to nothing. It just disappears and turns into like a hand axe size.
What's the magic?
And it literally looks like he just draws a line on one of them.
And he gives me a decent sized piece. Okay,
It's like...
why don't you go get the clear? I'm gonna work on this piece out of your way so we don't risk damaging something. Because the last thing I want to do now is damage something in here, and this is beautiful. I really don't want to ruin something so beautiful right now. So I'm gonna go sit in the corner, and I'm gonna try to, while he's working, what do I roll to? Since I am a jeweler and working with a jewel right now, what do I roll to?
I would say...
I'm gonna chip this bitch into a horn shape.
Just look and see if there's something that I can see. Obviously, that would be a lot better.
What is it?
It'll be, let's do a survival.
Which one's that? Wisdom?
Yeah, and you have advantage in that. Which also, because you are proficient in this kind of craftsmanship,
So
you get double advantage.
40 20s then?
3 rolls.
Well, if it's double advantage, then I already get an advantage. Doesn't that make it 4? You said double advantage, then double again. That's 4.
Normal roll advantage because of the...
And then you said double advantage again. So that's 4.
Yeah.
Two nat 20s in a row. How's that work for me?
Are you kidding? Are you fucking serious?
Deadass. Two.
You and your fucking luck.
It's Draco. He's charming.
It's Draco. It's on the freaking thing too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a SpongeBob. Ding. And it matches his horn exactly. With the first nat 20, I'd like to do the other one, if it's okay, to replace his broken one.
So while he's cutting it, you just kind of...
Yep. Just, you may feel a little bit of a cold sensation from the attachment point, but outside of that, it shouldn't fall out. And it won't break.
I can't even see it. Thank you.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull out a gold bar and use it as a mirror. Like, hold it up so you can see it.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah, I figured it both reflects what you do here, and it won't break with hitting walls, which, no offense, it seems to be a regular, not how you hurt yourself.
This eye messes up all of my depth perception.
May I suggest a headband? It may help. In my country, we have people that are blind, and instead of having their eyes exposed to dust, they're just blindfolded. It helps protect it from multiple different things, and if it throws off your balance...
Those glasses I was using earlier help, but...
Oh. No.
Of course, I left them up there.
That's okay. But,
Can't trust myself.
That's okay. But, Yeah, it's no problem. But the clear piece, do we get it? The how big?
Like a football
It's
size.
just a fucking giant piece of this clear. Good lord. It's a bit big, but I'll see. What,
You know the coarse fruit growing sound?
yeah, the fleshy sound.
You hear that come from all the plants at once.
How? My ass is on fire. Anything around me wouldn't grow.
No, they're not growing.
They're pulsing.
Budding.
Ew.
And as you both turn around, you see all these little tiny versions on the ends of all the crystals.
You know, now that I've seen this, I think I know what I want to do with it, and it's a little bit more sappy than a heart. And it will go on her helmet. It would fit better, and it wouldn't be as much of a pain to get on there. So I'm going to do the same thing again to make a flower, like a rose flower out of it, which is another fucking 4.
As you go to start making that, he starts taking off all the buds of all of them. It doesn't take long for him to do it at all. These little tink and it fall and they all literally he hits it with the side of the hammer, and they all just kind of fall right off.
16.
All right, so you begin to make the flower.
And I have 250 years experience with this shit, so I probably look cool doing it. Even though in real life I'm just sitting there like...
Yeah.
It's a pile of bowls. I hope you've seen that video. Oh, it's a fun video.
He comes to you, and he holds out his hand. And he gives you 4 of the buds, one of each color.
What can I do with these?
You see how I have them like this?
Mm-hmm.
You put those in dark area. Bam. It'll start to grow like these.
How much dirt do I need? Do I need a lot or a little?
He lifts up a little bit of the corner of one of them, and it's literally about 2 inches.
I'm going to be frank with you, Mr. DM. I'd like to ask him if I can take a bucket and then put it in the bag of holding where it's pitch black with the 4 crystals in the dirt. Make a little crystal nut tree or whatever. Just want to do that. Just confuse everyone else who goes in the bag next time and they see a fucking mound of crystals sitting in the middle of the place.
Actually, so he helps you do that real quick. And as you place it, before you even put it in the bag, you put it in the bucket for a second to grab the bag. Roll. I want you to roll a wisdom, and he's going to roll with you.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
19.
He got a 20.
Or 1 point above me.
Well, yeah, it wasn't natural.
It's a natural 20.
Yeah. So he as you put them in a bucket, you suddenly both hear that sound again. And as you turn around, it looks like a bonsai tree.
Tiny? Small?
Yeah. The purple has become the trunk. The green has become the leaves. The orange has become little flowers on it. And the white has become the center of the flowers. And the clear, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to just kind of give you a proving, and then walk back out.
So I would like to tell you that this, or would you like to do anything with the tree?
Currently, I'm going to ask him, is there something I should be doing to this to make sure that I don't have issues in the future?
Can I see it?
Oh, sure. Just hold that open.
He reaches in and pulls it out. And he's amazed. You can see the look on his face. He's amazed by this.
The fact that it turned into a fucking a gemstone tree, quite literally.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to write this shit down because the guys are so confused. Like, why is there a tree?
Yeah. He turns to you and goes, well, I mean, oh my god. Do you know this? I tried this for 16 years to get this to happen.
Is it good? I'm not familiar with this particular gemstone.
Well, you can't harvest from this, obviously.
Oh, this is just a decoration then?
Pretty much. But get it to grow in direct sunlight. It will take years.
Of course.
Maybe years. Does not need water. It's not a normal tree. But when this produces a fruit, it'll sell for a lot.
I do like selling things for a lot.
Or you can eat it, the fruit. And oh my. That's the reason the king became the king when he was one of his forefathers. He basically paid his way to be the king by growing one of these.
Well, I'm not really interested in being a patriarch, but
Don't worry.
I'll definitely take care of it as if it were my own child, which I cannot bear. So, thank you again, and I hope you enjoy your new accessory.
Yeah. Enjoy. I'll give you another 4 of those, by the way. He hands you another one of each of the buds.
Oh, I'll just keep these separately. Who knows where I'll put these? I may take them to my home one day.
Actually, you guys all have a home.
I mean, my home. Like, home country. My home. Like, where my dwarven family died. My home. That I left 250 years ago. Unless it's destroyed for some reason or dead. Oh, good to know that all my family died terribly. It's good to know.
Maybe they died. You don't know.
No. Considering the fact I'm almost 300 and dwarves
Fair
on the
enough.
life scale, yeah, even if they didn't die then, they're dead. And I know they're dead. But I didn't know the rest of my entire village was dead. That's whatever. Yeah. I'll hopefully one day take this home. So, how much do I owe you for the... And I show him the rose for this.
Take it. In fact, I even got to see one of those trees.
Okay, now who do I take this to enchant it? I need both an enchantment to increase health, and I'd like an enchantment to keep fused to the helmet.
Do you know the gate you came in?
Yes.
Pass it and go 13 buildings down.
Back out?
No, not back out, just on the other side of where the road was that connected to the gate.
Oh, of course. That makes sense. Alright, so how do we get out of here?
Oh, just walk back up.
Oh, I'm gonna go back up.
As you guys pass where that stone wall is, he draws a circle in the air with his hand, and the doors start to quickly stone walls start to quickly close. But he's in the middle of it, and he jumps back. He's like, okay, too close. Whew. That's like the 18th time I've done that before.
Well, I'm sure at least part of your head will prevent that from crushing you.
Oh no! It just hurts a little. It won't actually like.
Question to the DM. Does this crystalline stuff work like some of the stuff from certain TV shows that I've seen where it spreads? Like if it were touching his skull, it would start to adamantium his shit. Thank God. I would feel so bad if I accidentally killed this guy by doing that.
No, he would have to have.
the impure darkness. Because remember, when that stone door closes, it's deep. It's basically as dark as if you were to go to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Oh, yeah, pitch black.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay. Well, thank you for this. I'll be sure to bring her by if we do come to this area. I'm sure we will, but I'm not sure exactly where she'd want to go.
Yeah. He closes the portal and starts pulling the walls back to where they're supposed to be.
I'm going to give a polite bow, and I'm going to walk back.
Before you can step out, you feel a weight suddenly appear on your back.
I'm going to try to see what the hell it is.
It's Sasha.
What? Sasha, what are you... Right, can't speak. Sorry. Why are you here following me?
She shrugs.
I don't want to be rude, but this is a bit of a personal thing, and
She kind of just stands there.
you're not trying to ruin this for me, are you?
She aggressively shakes her head no.
It's okay, then why are you here? Did you run from the bird whose name I don't actually remember?
She shakes her head no.
Okay. Well, we need to figure out a way to get you.
She pulls out a scroll and starts writing down, transposing in one of her other scrolls from Draconic to Common. She's still learning. So she turns around. It's a little better than what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
Or what you saw of her last time she wrote. And it says, I got lost.
Outer City Tavern. You'll find me either sleeping or drunk. I'd walk you, but I'm on time constraint.
She starts writing again. And it's a lot longer of a message.
Okay.
You see Ruffin, just standing there kind of confused, like, why is there a kobold in her?
She's European, so she didn't look completely out of place, not like I do. Which is good.
And she now turns it around, and it says, I came here for a reason. Secondly, though, I came here because I got news from a person in the tavern.
Okay. News for who?
And she just points the
News for me.
She takes out her staff, and she takes the end of it, which is like a knife, pretty much, and draws a circle on the ground, cutting into his wood floor. He kind of just...
I'm gonna just stop her in the outside. I'm so sorry. I don't know her well enough to really, but just outside.
She looks so ashamed. She was just excited.
I'm gonna give him a gold bar, just for the floor. Just trust me, just take it. And I'm gonna go back outside with her.
All right.
I'm gonna go outside with her. Now, on the dirt, please.
She draws a circle and symbols.
Like a map?
No,
It's not a map.
it like eyes.
Eyes?
And then she kind of kneels at the side of the circle and tells you she motions like this.
I just kind of shrug and sit because I can't kneel.
As you do, you kind of see her mouth move as if she's talking, but of course there's no sound.
Yeah.
And suddenly, and it's apparent that it's only visible by you because people are walking by and not even paying any attention. A giant eyeball appears and stares between you. Like, not like a bare eyeball, but it's like...
With a lid?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Okay, I'm just gonna kind of lean back a bit. Just, And that's just wrong.
It turns to you. Hello, Draco. I've seen much of you.
Who in Geefuck is you? I'm gonna say that exactly like that in character. Who in Geefuck is you?
We've met before, but I don't think you were in the very same mental state.
No,
I am Vision. God of Vision.
What,
Yeah,
the
that was a
Marvel
very
character voiced by that English guy with a red head.
No, not him.
Okay, well, Vision.
Wait, shit.
Wait, fuck.
And when the snapping sound happens, he blinks.
Yeah, Sasha looks confused, and I'm just like, I don't know why I did that, but okay. Okay, well, Vision. What do you want? What is the problem?
Well, you see, I was told by Thul. Sorry, I'm forgetting my own god's name too.
That's okay.
I was told by Thul that, well, you guys had your own home. The group of you.
Maybe.
Yes, it's back on. Oh, probably bad placement.
Last I remember having a home was on the island.
You have a home back near where you people come from.
My home?
Yes.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that in 250 years.
You see, remember the defenders outside of the city?
Oh, yeah, of course. It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
They killed everyone.
Oh.
But a lot of people escaped.
Oh,
And I'll tell you this, I'm sorry, your parents did live, and a lot of your family actually did. They escaped. It's just, you're a lot older than now.
yeah, my parents are dead, and I accepted that years ago. Though I had an older sibling and a younger sibling. I'm sure the younger one is either hiding or dead, but the older one definitely dead. Definitely dead.
But I've come to tell you, Sasha here, my most trusted follower. She gets a little. You can see she's smiling really happy too when he said that.
I'm gonna just kind of just awkward wave. Yeah.
You have a house, a facility of the gods. A place for her practice. This is what happens when you're not the god of speaking. You always forget things.
I'm sure the god of speaking forgets things too. He's not the god of memory.
That's a Daedra.
Okay.
Do you get that joke?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I fucking say, God damn it.
Okay, I'm not going to do the voice anymore. I'm just going to go on with an explanation. So, a while ago, I don't think you were here for the session anyways. I don't think you were here for multiple of the sessions, but you were here for one of the sessions, where you guys had first arrived at the building. It's the building that you went to that I had a little Minecraft world built.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, that's the house that you guys have.
I knew what you were talking about. My character does it because it wasn't. He was starting to go into Cthulhu at that point.
Yeah. So he kind of shows he opens his eye unnaturally large,
a
like
projector of it, kind of.
on his screen on it like a screen, and he kind of glances between it, and the memory kind of just pops back in your head of it, even though you weren't saying.
Right. Oh boy. Did I really dig a hole? Oh. Well, alright, what about it?
I didn't tell Sasha why I wanted to contact you specifically, but I just felt like, for some reason, you were the most appropriate person to contact.
I'm sure
AKA, you're the only one here for this one-on-one session.
that the fact that I'm probably most sane now.
Yeah. Do you remember that character Salazar?
Salazar.
The snake guy?
Yes.
Snake sorcerer guy?
Yes.
I
haven't seen him in a long time.
He bedded a dragonborn that follows Blitzist. So the druidic titan, and she's laid.
Ah, so there is a child now that needs to be. Oh goodness, 4 of them. Okay. Why are you telling me this?
I don't know. It just feels like you're the most appropriate person at the moment. AKA, again, you're the only one active at the session.
You thought it was weird. You just kind of said I'm like the grandpa of the group, and it's like I'm the most mature now. Second only to the bird, who's 20, which is sad.
17. They only live to be 30, so he's past midlife crisis. His midlife crisis already.
Well, I'm the oldest in the group by far.
What do you think made him go on this adventure?
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, she kind of laid a couple days ago.
Okay, so why are you telling me?
Well, I don't know. He's not looking at you now, just kind of like. You could tell if he was a full person, he'd be doing this.
Okay, I'm going to straight up say it to him, Celestial. Son, if you don't spit it out, I'm gonna hang up this phone and I'm gonna go back to my date prep. Now, what's the problem?
Oh, time is paused. Don't worry.
I'm saying this in Celestial, and I'm not aware of my surroundings at all, because I'm paying attention to the phone call, unlike an insane person who wouldn't be. So, I'm gonna say it to him in Celestial. Now, son, spit it out. I'm really a fucking boomer now.
Yeah. He comes back at you very sternly. I thought you want to know.
Well, thanks. I'm glad that you told me of someone I have not seen within recent memory has had bear 4 children following a god I'm not aware of. Great to know. I'll pass it on to the bird when I see the bird again. Though I don't know why you're not telling the bird this.
Let's just say space-time where
Space
call's gone. And Sasha looks like her head is hurting like crazy.
I'm going to kick a little bit of the dirt so that the call can't be continued again. I'm going to stand up. Sasha, thank you. Feel free to go back to the tavern again. Just follow the gates back to the outer ring, and you'll find it. I have other things to do in town, so thank you for the.
She's giving you a grumpy look. Just.
It's date night. Leave me alone.
She puts away her staff, throws away the scroll that she wrote on, because she wrote big, she didn't write small.
Yeah, she couldn't use it.
So she just throws it away. And then taps herself with her staff, and she... invisibility. And she leaves.
Okay then, that was weird. I'm going to go to the enchanter's shop now.
Yeah, alright, so it takes you a few minutes to get there. By now you have an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay, fine. After this is the last thing I need to do before I go up and find her. So
yeah,
I've got time.
So you head up to the shop. Another dragonborn.
Obviously.
A copper dragonborn.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, hello there.
I'm gonna just kind of wave hi.
You're here pretty early in the morning, you know.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't do this any other day, but honestly, this is a very important thing to me.
I understand. Ugh, not a lot of sleep. Whatever.
Trust me, I understand. I haven't slept in, I look at my watch, 49 years, 18 days, and 16 seconds. So I know how you feel. Anyway,
And yet you had a bed back on the island.
oh yes,
Yeah, it had a bucket of cocaine next to it, I remember.
I had to masturbate to something. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Can't sit on the floor, it's godly uncomfortable. Terrible for your back. Anyway, so I have this, and I show them the rose. I'd like this enchanted with two things. I'd like it to increase health, and I want to be able to fuse to another material similar. It's purple. This is for the general.
Who?
General Amethyst. I'm the duck that she's been muttering about, apparently. I didn't know that she's been muttering, nor do I really have any...
Oh my god, dude. Dude, she came by here earlier. Because she thought you would be here. She wanted to do a little bit of eavesdropping. You're very lucky she isn't here.
Luckily for me, I'm sure she's working backwards as I'm working forwards, so I'm just lucky enough to not have run into her, I suppose. Besides, this is a surprise. But yes, I'd like this to be enchanted if it's all the same. Though unfortunately, I'm new to this country and don't carry silver. I do have gold though, quite a lot. Quite a lot. I mean, I could show you the 3 months it took me to alphabetize it all. Don't ask. It's a long and stupid story, but I did. But there was quite a lot. Not only gold, but also jewels and jewelry, necklaces, crowns, etc.
He stands up. You realize he wasn't standing. He stands up and he's like 3 times taller than his counter. He's like 9 foot.
Oh, yeah, I'm 4, so I kind of look up at him. But yes, I kind of said, for this, please.
He takes it and it's between his fingers pretty much.
Yeah, I have to fucking hold it with my whole hand.
Well, she's bigger than you too, so it makes sense.
She's 8 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. How much gold do you think I'd have to pay you for this?
Bring her by.
Bring,
After the date. I mean,
will take that long?
he already, Ruffin already sent me a thing. He holds up a little slip of paper.
Oh,
This. He
okay.
already sent me a thing. A little message.
I'm guessing I don't suppose enchanting is a short time thing. You're correct. Sorry, I'm new to the same thing. I've only been sane for maybe 6 hours. So, not 6 hours ago, I pulled a sword out of the turtle and gave it to a crazy guy. After wishing for sanity from a comet, you explained to me what's sane about that.
You're getting your sanity back? That's about the same as I understand about it.
Yeah, I'm sane again. Thank God.
Now I made my own enchantment method, and it does not take long.
Oh.
So you want the same enchantment as our armor? She came to me for this.
I'm thinking I don't just for health. Honestly, it's something that it would replace.
Also, like the same as our armor.
I'm thinking, and I'm being polite here, is if she doesn't want some of the armor, it does the same thing her armor does without having it all. You know, she can wear whatever, but still has the same health issues.
Well,
Because could you imagine wearing all that constantly, having literally, based off of the rough estimate of the horn that I carved for a mutual friend before, about 150 pounds worth of crystalline armor every moment of every day outside of sleeping? Could you imagine how bad her posture must be outside of it, and how much pain she must be in just walking around in shoes that like that? I don't wear shoes, but I used to when I was 30, and they were terrible because they were stone. Don't ask, but I'm pretty sure I lost a bit of toe for a while there. Again, long story, but I'd like it to supplement so that she could wear something nice if she wants to, or something a bit more casual, so she doesn't have to be seen so ready to kill or anything at a drop of a hat. Even though, yes, she can carry a sword and whatever weapon she chooses to have, but again, I would like this to do the same thing that the armor does.
now, you see,
What enchantment I put on there for her health? He opens like this little, like, it looks like a birdhouse in shape.
Mhm.
He opens the top and puts the flower in and closes it. You see, the way that her spell works is it's scaling. However strong she gets, it scales with it.
Okay.
Out of game, leveling.
Right. I figured.
Yeah, so
Yes.
the current level she is, it gives her half her health.
Okay.
It gives her double health from what her normal health would be.
Okay.
Which she has 70 health, so she has 35.
Oh. What level is she?
Same level as you guys. She's been scaling this whole time.
How is she that low though? That's really low for a level 7, 6, 6.
She's a fighter.
Ah, that's why. I forgot I'm a barbarian. I have stupid health.
Fighter, and I made her a specific way, so. Because of this armor.
Right.
Enchantment.
Got it.
Because I didn't want her to be like, oh yeah, I have 240 health right now.
Right. Yeah. But yes. You were saying.
The way that I'm gonna do this is gonna be really weird because while she's wearing the armor, it's not gonna do anything for her. It's gonna be the same enchantment.
That's
Bar none.
That's what I was hoping for.
So yeah,
Because we are going on a date, and it'd be kind of strange for both her and I if we went on a date and she was in full armor. Could you imagine? I mean, I have no problem with her in armor. I don't care what she wears.
you should have seen her when we went to school together.
It seems almost everyone I've met today has either been related to or has gone to school with her.
Really?
I
Huh.
met
What
a
a
guy
coincidence.
with 3 eyes, had a messed up
Yeah,
horn thing.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, just
Love him.
replaced his horn from not so long ago. Went to school, met her grandmothers, or grandmother and grand aunt, but grandmother's is fine. Met both of them too, and it was weird. I was like, everyone I've run into has known her somehow.
Maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah.
No, the coincidence.
We all live in one kingdom, so.
Small, enclosed environment. Not surprising. Everyone.
But
knows
other than the fact that there's like a few thousand of us that live here, but
I don't know. I didn't know half the names of the people I live with, but then again, it's been a long time.
fair enough.
Anyway, so this is going to be in supplement of the armor. So when she's not wearing it, it does the same.
Yeah. He reaches down behind the counter and he pulls out what looks like a giant warhammer, made out of the crystal stuff, and he just down on the birdhouse shaped thing, where the flower was, and a huge yellow smoke cloud just billows out. every time, just waft it away from your face,
Fun fact: ducks are immune to gaseous things, so
It's like dust.
still. Ducks have 2 sets of eyelids that prevent particles from getting on fire.
Well, inhaling is different. Still.
I'm just gonna haphazardly, not even full speed, just whatever.
It starts to settle, and the warhammer is suddenly on the ground over there. And he pulls out the flower, and it's glittering a little more than the crystal would on its own.
Okay.
That's it.
That was aggressive.
It's the way I did it. I learned different, and I made my
I'm
own.
not judging at all.
I know.
I've never seen enchanting before, so this is a new
You
experience.
should see how it normally is. You sit there by a book and a table, and you're just sitting there.
Do you have something that would let me learn to do that way? I mean, the only thing I have to work with is I've shown banana more. It's like, this is about the best I can.
He giggles a little in his throat as he
Oh,
sees it.
trust me, I forged this back when I thought that crack rock cocaine was snow. So you can imagine how much of that I snuffed up my nose back then. And I wasn't a duck back then either. So I don't know why it looks like this. I don't even know what fruit this is. I'm pretty sure it's a fruit. But yeah.
Banana.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
Doesn't smell like clothes.
Well, yeah, because it's a crowbar.
No, it smells like 250-year-old, like, man odor.
Oh.
But is there a way I can learn to, at least a lesser version of what you do?
No one buys any of these copies of my book, so. I wrote a book about it.
I'm gonna just. Is it just called like aggressive enchanting?
Yes.
I'm gonna write that shit down.
Aggressive enchant.
Aggressive enchanting. I love it. It's a great title.
Aggressive enchantment by Servi. Servi.
Glad I can read. Well, how much do I owe you for both of these?
You took a copy of my book. I don't care.
I mean,
Actually, yeah, that's
You know,
too generous.
actually, hold on. I think I may have something. I actually forgot that I had this for a long time because I did this back when I was absent for like months. I go into the bag and I pull out a golden hammer. Full-size hammer like this. It's solid gold. I forgot I made it for my gold anvil and my gold forge in there. I have gold everything because I was stupid. And I'm just gonna... Here.
Yo!
Careful, it's really heavy.
Oh, wow. That's even heavy for me.
Um,
He's a big, beefy guy.
you may want to enchant it to not bend because that's gold. It's very... Could you imagine I had to work with a non-enchanted gold anvil for the last 8 months? My anvil is just a normal anvil in there. It's not even iron, it's gold. Try to forge anything else. Oh. Well, luckily I got the banana. That's a sentence I never thought Iroh would imagine. I'd imagine Iroh saying, "This is the banana." Well, enjoy your violent hammer. I hope it does well.
Yep.
I have to go find a... I'm gonna just preemptively do this.
He takes it and he smashes another one that's just suddenly there. And... Yep, that worked.
Well.
It works 70% of the time. That's why I had to remake Tarshan's armor. 3 times.
I'm sure bad luck happens.
Mm.
I've had my fair share of good luck though, as I'm sure has spread by now. Everyone loves making jokes about the stupidity I did when I was insane. Oh, to have to remember those. But I don't have most of those memories. I've only been told through hand, so I don't recall a lot of them.
Understandable.
Apparently I took a cannonball from a pirate ship to the face, and then threw it back, and sank the ship with it. I don't remember doing that, but I do remember I had quite a wicked headache later on.
He just gives you a high five.
It's like, yeah, there's some...
That's a story for you.
I don't know. And then the first memory I have, the earliest I think, was some red humanoid hit me in the groin and it didn't do anything. I think I broke his hand.
He's on the edge of dying laughing at this point.
Yes. Is there, I have to find Wallace. God, Wallace I haven't seen Wallace in a long time. Wallace is my pet from the island. Really big. A lot of teeth. Woman, actually, oddly enough, I didn't know that either, but... Anyway, I have to go to find General. Is she center of the city?
Yeah, most likely.
She's probably in the castle, huh?
Yeah, just remember. I mean, Servi, Refin.
Okay. Is that your wrist?
That was my ankle.
Oh, God, that
Just
was...
pop there.
I thought you broke something on the floor. I was like, what the hell? I have to get going. I have short time, but I'll be sure to stop by. I have other people to visit on this trip.
As you open the door to leave, it's like now early into the morning, or like a little further into the morning. The sun is definitely up now. You were in there.
Mhm.
The dust took like 30 minutes to settle. You have
An hour.
an hour.
I'm gonna start flying towards the innermost wall that goes to the castle, I assume, because
Yeah.
this is probably some Attack on Titan shit that's going on.
Yeah, it's like that.
I have no problem with you using that.
I watched only 3 episodes of it because I didn't like it after that. I'm sorry if you liked it. I don't care.
That's okay.
It's for you.
I
Not for me.
watched the first season because the song was a banger, and that's the only reason why I watched it. Is because this theme song was a banger.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed the song. That was probably my
Even
favorite.
though the first line is in German, the rest is in Japanese. Why German, I don't know.
Because it probably because it sounded the way they wanted it to sound.
Actually, it's because the stand takes place in Germany. Oddly enough, I didn't know that either until I
Oh,
looked it up.
really?
Yeah, that's why they're all European buildings, is because they're in Germany.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. All right.
Except, everyone was Japanese, except for the blondes. Anyway, so I'm gonna make my way. Making my way down.
There isn't a gate.
As our guard.
Yes. He's
Okay.
guarding a staircase, and he is big. Not as big as Serby, but
He's bulky and tall.
Yeah.
Wearing
a much more decorated.
so
Javelin.
he's a higher up.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a captain, if I had to guess. Or
Yeah, he's below. He's below.
general. Obviously, there's like one general per army. That's how it works. Hi up there. I'm not sure if you hear me.
I can hear you
Oh,
perfectly fine.
Here to see General Amethyst, and I show him that triangle hole coin that I was given.
That's for
the fairy.
the ferry.
I'm
I'm not the ferryman.
um,
Going up.
okay, I'm gonna just kind of fly up the stairs because the waddling would take forever.
Yeah,
So,
and the steps would make you have to do like
yeah, so I'm
a
gonna
weird like
fly up the
step
stairs.
up, like suddenly grow like normal sized human legs and like walk up the stairs.
Oh, here comes that boy walking down the street with his legs. Or like that SpongeBob meme where it's that just 10 minutes of him playing music and doing like the weird walking cycle that was like that one episode.
What, was that actually like 10 minutes of the episode or something?
It was an actual 10-minute, that was the entire episode. The whole 10 minutes was just that song and then the weird walk cycles, and then zooms back out and it shows the captain and the parrot both watching it super confused, and then end an episode. That's all it was.
That's awesome. Anyway,
See, I'm gonna fly up the stairs until I'm stopped.
you get up the stairs and there's the mechanical dragon again.
What?
The mechanical dragon that brought you to the center near the king before.
That is outside of my memory.
Okay, yeah. Well, that was what brought you there.
Okay.
If you remember when you were in the thing with the king at the beginning of the last session.
Where I broke through the wall. This is the last king I remember interacting with. Oh, the one that I asked, do you have any grapes too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Sadly. Was okay. So I'm in there now. The king's. I'm in
No,
the
you
main-
walk up to the person that brought you to that person,
Oh, is that the
or
ferry?
the ferryman.
Is that the
okay.
ferry?
Yeah, you walk up to him and he's like, "Outsider, what do you want?"
Hi. I'm not sure if you remember me. I don't mean to startle you because
He has huge bags under his eyes.
Oh boy, you need some sleep, huh?
I have a 3-day shift. We're very understaffed.
How much do you get paid per hour, if I may ask a weird question? But
15 silver. It's pretty decent actually.
okay, I'm gonna give you this. I show him the token, the whole. I'm going to see General Amethyst.
She came by like 20 minutes ago or something.
Do you know where she is?
Yeah, I can. He kicks the side of the dragon that just kind of looks back at him.
I'm gonna reach in. I'm gonna grab a bar. Here, that should pay off a day. Just after you drop me off, just go get some sleep, okay? And if your boss gets mad, just tell him that I paid you to take a day. And if he has any problems, I'll take over. your shift.
My shift ends in an hour. I'm fine.
I'll just take it and take a day. Go to a spa.
No.
get laid.
Like I 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. We have somebody who's a little more physically unable.
Well, take it. Go to a spa.
Oh, duh.
Hire a winch. I don't care. Go to the hotel. Whatever you need to do. Just me time. But I do need to go see the general. And I'd like you to take me if it's okay to you.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to
It's
make
alright.
it more friendly towards him. So, yeah.
It's me and one other person. Just
I'm gonna.
the dragon is the metallic dragon is still looking back at him, really pissed. Just
Why? Why'd you kick me?
I'm gonna just kind of. It's okay. It's just tired. Sure you are too. Just empathy. Trust me, after this day tonight, I'm going to sleep for a long time.
You get on dragon,
Uh-huh.
and you fly, over to this building,
What is it?
decorated the outside in gold wiring.
Okay.
Like a gold wire. You know how like the metal door right there.
Oh, the gate?
You know how there's like they
It's
have
a
like
mesh.
and they have sometimes they have like designs on them.
Yeah.
It's like that, but like mounted on the like the corners of the like outside.
Okay. Yeah. So,
The pillars are made of the purple material. This is her house.
oh. Shit.
As you can see by
I'm
the
saying that in character. Just, oh shit.
you can see that by the name plastered across the top. General Tarsh Amethyst.
Oh shit.
And the number pound 001.
Oh goody. Has the eagle landed?
Yes, you have landed.
Okay.
And the dragon's tilting for you to get off.
I'm gonna slide off and I'm gonna tap.
Before you even as you reach your hand, it's already going.
Oh. Well, I'm sure it'll get some rest after.
It's an automaton, it doesn't need it.
Oh, it's still. I feel empathy for things now, so I kind of feel bad. I'm going to go up to the door, and since my feathers don't really have much mass, I'm going to use my head and knock on the door.
Tap, tap, tap.
Oh no, I have to do a strength check for that because
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to see what. If you get a nat 20, you break the door. Just saying. Mr. Nat 20.
Oh, fuck. Just one, right?
Yes.
Oh, crap. Thank God I didn't break the door.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw the 19, I was like, you don't have a negative 1, do you?
I got close though. It was awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just use my head. I have to. Fingers don't really. Knuckles. No knuckles.
She opens it, you see her open the door. She's wearing everything but all of her armor except for her helmet. Oh!
Hi.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to be here already.
No, now I look flustered. Like I'm very obviously just. Before we went out, I know you probably just finished with the shift, but I figured you'd probably appreciate having a bit more freedom of movement, to put it politely. And I pull out the rose. This supplements your armor, so you won't have to wear it all the time. I know it can't be pleasant wearing 150 pounds of crystal constantly. Just put that wherever you can put
I'm
it.
glad you get me. I'm glad you get me.
Oh, trust me, when I was younger, I had to wear stone shoes all the time. Actual stone. It was unbearable, especially when I outgrew them. You can imagine the pain, so I know exactly how it is. That's why I stopped wearing a lot of shoes after that. But anyway, I'll just wait out here. I don't want to invade your home privacy or anything.
No,
I'm
come
early.
in, come in. I'll just go upstairs.
Okay.
You just sit. She opens. She kind of backs up and beckons for you to come in.
Do you mind if I use the little well or water somewhere? I'm making tea. I don't have water. I just thought about that. I don't have tea leaves either. Whoops.
That's what I was like in the back of my head. Why is he already done? Didn't he not get tea? And I was just like, okay, here he goes.
Oh, that's okay. Gold leaves work as tea too. It's not good. Won't do. Nah, just hot water. Well, I'm flustered, so it makes sense. I'll just forget something. Do you have water for? I just stopped. I don't have tea. Shit. Just kind of. And I'm like out loud but very quietly swearing myself in every language I know. All four of them. Common, Dwarvish, Celestial, and Fire. Genasi. So just once in a while, just clicking sounds. I'm swearing in every language. Just,
You suddenly just sound you. By the way, it's not necessarily fire genocide. It's literally just fire. You speak fire.
it says here fire genasi specifically.
Oh, okay.
Because
Maybe
you said, I asked if I could speak fire, and you said no, because I want to talk to my ass. You said no. That was back when I was crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, can I speak to my ass? And you said no, but you can speak fire genasi. It's okay. Take it. I wouldn't speak fire. Let's talk to a fireplace. Hey, get hotter. Okay. Doesn't work that way. Well, but yeah, I'm sitting there with my head in my hand, quote unquote, just swearing in every language I know. Just I don't have any T. I say the F word in Dwarvish, whatever it is, and I'm just going off on myself quietly, though audibly.
She kind of giggles a little. She kind of, when she giggles, her shoulders kind of bounce a little bit, and you can hear the armor, like the heavy movement of the armor, because like she's like, kind of thing, but that's all that weight moving with no effort.
It's clicking loud, but it's not having difficulty moving. And she's used to carrying it around. She's like fucking Goku with his 300-pound t-shirt. Dead serious. He has a 300-pound t-shirt. In the anime, when he takes it off, it hits the ground and cracks concrete. And it's a t-shirt. Yeah.
What?
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but I saw that clip and I was like, boy. Anyway. And
No
lead
wonder
shoes.
he dies. He's such a fucking idiot to wear 300 pounds all the time.
Oh, and lead shoes too. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like weight training or stuff like that.
Yeah, because he trained on a planet that was like 600 times heavier than Earth. So when he came to Earth, he kept flying constantly because he's not used to the gravity. So he had to wear a bunch of heavy shit so that he wouldn't go floating off into space or something. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just embarrassed. And I kind of hear the clicking sound, but I can't tell if she's laughing at me or just in general.
I have tea in here.
I'm so sorry. I knew I forgot something. I always forget something. Where? I want to...
You see the stairs are literally right inside the door. She points off to the right side of them. And she starts to head up the stairs herself, carrying the flower.
I'm going to go to the right, which I assume is going to be the kitchen area. Right? Okay. What do I see?
It looks like a Victorian era.
Oh, cast iron everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Cast iron everything, but instead of cast iron, it's crystal.
Okay, I'm going to look for a tea jar. Jars of tea leaves that they kept back in the Victorian era because tea was like fucking meth to these people. So I'm going to try to see if I can find one. I'm guessing that's the investigation for that, which is intelligence, which my intelligence is plus
4.
Yeah.
I wager roll.
15.
Okay. It's sitting on the counter, like 5 feet from the window above the
Sink. In quotes. Okay, I'm gonna go over and let's take out the tea set. Start setting it up.
Alright.
On the quote unquote stovetop. I'm gonna take some tea, throw that shit in the pot. Is there water in the water basin?
Yes.
I'm gonna scoop about 2 cups worth into the pot, stick that shit on the stove, and then stick my ass that's on fire into the thing to light it.
It lights and it catches very easily.
Okay, now I just sit and wait. Patiently. I'm going to sit just on the floor because I can't stand. I'm just gonna sit on the floor and just wait for the tea to heat up. Can I hear anything? Or see anything out of normal?
I mean, other than it being like the kitchen being made out of 4 not very well clashing color. Well, they clash kind of because they're the colors of the crystals don't really work with each other, but it's made mainly out of the green.
I'm surprised it's not purple. I guess, like I told her grandmother, it's a woman that knows. Fair enough. Is it tea heating up?
You can hear it heating. It's not ready just yet.
Okay.
But as you sit down, like a minute after you sit down, you hear a heavy clunk.
I'm gonna stand up. Are you alright? I'm gonna call upstairs. Like, are you alright up there?
I just put my armor on my armor stand.
Did you knock something over?
No. Why?
It sounded like the floor just broke up there.
Oh, not again.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Floor's not.
Whoops. Well, the tea's on, so...
Alright.
Done shortly.
You hear her say something, but you can't tell what she said.
Because it's probably draconic.
No. It was in common.
Oh, it's just quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. So...
You can hear the tea start to whistle.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pour myself and her each a cup. And I'm going to put them on the kitchen counter, since I'm not gonna go exploring her house without her permission. Because that's rude. And I'm just going to stand and wait. Patiently.
She stops, and you can hear her start to come down the stairs, and she stops and then runs back up.
I'm not gonna say anything because I'm sure it's a thing. So, you okay?
She's run out of earshot.
Oh, and I'm gonna say that out loud anyways, even though I know she can't hear me.
You know, after a moment of silence, you hear her start to come back downstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna peer into the entry hall where the staircase is.
And you see her come down, and she is wearing the flower on her horn.
Okay.
She's wearing, what color did I say? I think it was going to be a blue gown, like you'd expect, like a woman from the 50s kind of gown.
Like a
blouse.
Like a dress, but it's more form-fitting?
Yes.
So she's literally just wearing a blue gown?
Yes.
Okay. And... Okay.
And the flower is
the flower, okay.
Is against her horn.
Just blue. Okay.
No design or anything, just flat blue.
Plain blue. Okay. I'm gonna kind of just try to not awkwardly stare, but fail miserably.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea how to respond to seeing her out of her armor for the first time. I just replied.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, I just sent it. This is a not safe for kids thing, isn't it? Every time we do one of these.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh. It's not kid friendly.
It's not kid friendly.
No.
The playlist literally says Dungeons and Dragons for your guardians explicit.
Yeah. I'm going to stare at her eyes. But, like, awkward. Like, I don't know where to look, so I'm just going to awkwardly look at her eyes directly. Because, again, this is the first time I've seen her out of her armor before. And I'm not used to her being so formal, but also casual, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do that weird, awkward guy thing that every dude does, where they just don't know where to look.
She kind of does the same stare back.
Tea's done.
I see that. Yes.
Do you want tea? I'm just having a hard time. Tea?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the kitchen. And I'm gonna just gesture to her cup, and again, I'm probably sure it's made for her, which means I have to probably stand on the counter in order to get to the teacup.
Yeah.
Really, like, it was dirty. Glad I cleaned up before this. Thank God.
She comes over, standing pretty much next to you, and grabs your tea.
I'm standing on the counter. Well, sitting now. I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, sorry. I would stand on the ground or sit on a stool, but everything's kind of bigger than me here.
I see that.
That's okay. I'm used to it. Everything's been bigger than me pretty much my whole life. So
She takes a sip.
I'll be like the tea set. I'm sorry I didn't get to think to get tea. Oddly enough, I thought we were gonna have tea, but didn't think to actually get it. I don't know. My brain hasn't been 100%. It still isn't 100% yet. I just got my sanity back like today, so getting there. But what do you do for fun? It's not just stand and
Spar?
oh, I'd spar with you, but I'm pretty sure I'd die terribly. So,
We have healers.
well, I'd again try, but hand to hand, I don't do well unless I'm drunk, and I'd rather not. Especially on our first date, that wouldn't reflect well upon me at all, especially not anymore.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm trying to mellow out because, I'm sure how I was before was appalling, but I'm trying to...
Startling, at the most.
Well, I assure you I'm quite the opposite now. Thank goodness. I'm just gonna kind of just sip quietly. It's again. I was trying to do this, just kind of wring hands.
Sorry, we just took a slight second there.
Yep, had to make sure everything was working. Because this is a new setup
Yeah.
for the day. So, Amethyst, if I can call you that,
That's fine. That's fine.
unless you have a preferred name.
No. That's what everybody calls me.
Oh.
It's kind of because of she pokes the gem before it.
Well, I mean, okay. If you're alright with me calling you that, I don't mind. I've been planning on getting my name changed. Personally, it sounds very aggressive, and I'm not like that anymore.
Draco means dragon.
Well, does
Kind
it?
of cool.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it really? I don't know. I don't think that was my name originally, but I've had that name for a long time. Well, if you like it, I'll keep it.
It's kind of funny,
Oddly enough,
because I'm a dragonborn.
I'm not familiar with Draconic, so I did not know it meant anything. I thought it was
No,
just...
it's not draconic. It doesn't mean dragon.
Then what language is it? I don't understand. I didn't know the word meant anything. I think I read it somewhere.
It's some dialect or breakdown of common. I don't know. I know common as I know it, as I'm speaking. I don't know many of the other versions of it.
I know a few languages, none of which are very helpful in a lot of situations. Especially now, where I have... Oh, I could tell you stories of the terrible things that I've done when I was insane. Of the ones I recall. I don't remember all of them. Everything good?
Greek.
Oh, it's Greek. That was Latin.
Well, it would basically be. I think it would be. Never mind.
Either way. But all of the stories I could tell you of my many years of being insane, how I'm pretty sure I cussed out a god once, and how to cannonball to the face, or how I sunk a ship with that same cannonball by throwing it back at them. How I used my weirdly stupid strength to turn a camel into a water balloon. Just to name it. Okay, I'm sorry I'm making this awkward. I'm trying to...
You remember, you're talking to someone who battles daily.
Well, there's a difference between battling and mental insanity, being dumb because you can be dumb.
I mean, did you beat the camel with your fists?
I picked it up by its legs and slammed it on the ground over and over again until it turned into goop.
You see, I don't know why you're worried about that.
Oh, I don't mean to make this awkward, but I have to thank your grandmother for the robe and the tea set. Either ones.
Oh, you went to my grandmother's. I should have thought to go there first.
Yeah, I started there, then I went to the jewel man, whose name escapes me. I'm still working through names.
Near the gate?
Yes, he has 3 eyes.
Yeah, I went to school with him.
Yeah, I had to fix his,
Horn?
I replaced it so it won't break anymore. It was an interesting ordeal. I was surprised at how well it broke and how it broke. It kind of just poof into the right shape. I don't know if I was lucky or if I'm just well off. I don't know.
Maybe you're just good with it.
I don't know. I've never seen another jeweler, nor have I worked with any
You're a
gems
jeweler?
of that. Yeah, by trade. Well,
that makes sense, because you know how to do it then.
that's the thing, though. My family were not. I came from a family of artisans
Oh.
where they made armor and swords and shields, and I thought to myself, that's so archaic. Especially if they were made of these clunky, just poor iron. They were not rich dwarves like some. We didn't have a huge hoard of gold or a dragon guarding it. Full dragon, of course, not a... Anyway, nothing like that. We just lived in a mountain, not a very big one, and we had maybe 600 pieces of gold between all of us. Nothing to write home about, pun intended. But all the iron was cheap, and I always thought, I could do better than this. So one day I went to the mines, and I saw one of my friends with a pickaxe, a big one, about the size of him, and I thought, that would be good, but it's too big. So I made this one. I showed her. Merida. It wasn't originally black. It was a mishap when I was younger, where this used to be enchanted to be fireproof, and it burnt. So you can imagine how hot it got. It blew up the first mountain I lived on. Just to, yeah, it didn't feel very good, especially the sunburns afterwards. But yeah, so I picked it up and I started working on it, and my father came in one day, saw me working on a necklace for my mother, and he was furious. He threw things, broke all of my equipment, yelled at me. So I picked up my pick. I picked up about 10 days worth of rations and I left. Got on a boat, sailed away. Took me I was stuck in the water 2 weeks before I shipwrecked. And I was stuck on an island alone for 250 years. Until this random group of people showed up one day. And by then I had already lost my mind. Only to find out there were already people on the island on the opposite end that I had not known about, because I didn't leave that first half, because the first half was already scary as hell. Giant flying beasts of various kinds and land creatures that can eat you as you are. You can imagine how big they were. And me, I'm the same height I was before. So you can imagine that I didn't do very well. So I holed up in a mountain, and that was it. And that's how I spent my time. So there you go, now you know my sad little sob story. Nothing really important happened in those time other than a lot of drugs. And a lot of Wilsons.
She looks confused at the Wilson's part, but just shakes her head.
So what about you?
Well, I mean, I born and raised here. Well, I always wanted to be a soldier. Went to school one day, dressed in a little bit of wooden armor I made myself. People bullied me. Got beaten down to a school bully.
I kind of look mad at her saying that.
So I turned it around on him.
Or did you beat his ass with a wooden sword?
No.
Or just beat him?
He broke the wooden armor and the wooden sword that I had with it. Of course, we weren't allowed to bring swords into the school, so it was just a wooden sword made into the sheath. A little wooden sheath. Made it that I wrapped in leather. To make it look like it was a sheath with a wooden sword in it.
Okay.
It was goofy, really.
Well, you were a kid. What did you expect?
This is one of my favorite fights that I've ever been in, of course, because it was what proved that I was strong. You know, all these kids, it wasn't like, I was upper middle class, raised, growing up, so, had stuff, but, you know, I was appreciative of it, but parents wanted a son that was a fighter. They got a daughter that was not, as my mom was, regardless of her also being a fighter and for a little while herself. But she turned away from that when she met my dad. But that's a story for another day. I showed up in front of the school before everybody else did, and I was standing there with gauntlets, metal ones.
Where did you get those at your age?
I convinced the local blacksmith at the time to make some for me. I told him that out there for a school project working on some alchemy stuff.
Hard to
Yeah.
say no to that face.
Oh, you're silly.
No, I'm old.
She laughs at that one. I took those gloves. I beat him down so mercilessly. He used to have wings.
Oh my god.
I broke them. He just can't fly anymore.
Oh.
Not that he did it anyways. He liked to show off his missiles.
Oh boy.
I wonder whatever happened to him.
Oh, I'm sure he became an intern of an intern somewhere.
I hope so.
You know, it's funny. I never went to school. I came from poverty, so we didn't have education when we were old enough to stand. We started in the mines, and that was our life. Everything I learned was from just listening to the men and women in the mines swearing and arguing amongst each other. You know, everything I picked up was from them. So it's kind of sad that I ended up copy-paste until I left one day and decided to have a brain of my own for once.
Well, that's smart. That's smart.
If only I didn't have to get it in such a lonely way. Those were lonely years.
Well, you made a name for yourself.
Not till I left. My name didn't mean anything until I left.
Well,
And then
it'll mean more to other people then. More to other people that will actually listen to you.
Let's hope. Because up until maybe 3 months ago, 3, 4, I don't know how long it's been since I left that island, but ever since then, all I've done is prove that I'm crazy and just nonsensical. I mean, within recent memory, I put a hole in a king's wall with my head. He asked our group to do something. I forget what.
It wasn't here, right?
No. I don't think so.
To the south?
I don't remember. I just remember it was a king who asked us to do a favor. I wasn't there for the favor. I ended up locked in this golden bag and I showed it to her. I stayed in here for a while.
Oh, you have a golden bag. Gosh. Oh my god, that reminds me of an adventure.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Mine's not nearly as interesting.
Well, let me finish my little upbringing story first.
Please.
So after I beat him mercilessly to a pulp, school's canceled that day.
Don't blame him.
I was suspended at first. Then the old general came down. He said, fight him. Pointed to a low-level recruit of his. I didn't win by a long shot. I didn't have my gauntlets. Didn't have anything. He had a spear. He used the other end of it. He was able to keep me at a distance, but he did have some nasty scratches on his legs. I'll leave that one. Told me that I got tenacity. True will to fight.
That's good.
Even when I'm very much so outmatched. And I just need to learn when I'm outmatched.
You're definitely not. You're not outmatched anymore. You can kick anybody's ass, I'm sure. Hell, you kick mine. Sure as hell you can.
I could pick you up and throw you, probably. No,
Well,
most likely.
to be quite fair, I could pick you up and throw you too, but I just choose not to, because that's not polite. But, you know, I remember my first fight with an actual other dwarf. Last fight I got into with an actual dwarf too was a fist fight. It's quite interesting. See, this dwarf was much older than I. He was maybe 112. Worked... What?
Speak up a little bit.
He was about 112, 115, somewhere in there. Not a very nasty drinker. He was the angry type. I am the angry type too, but I know where to aim it. And that was the difference between him and I. Well, he decided one day that he was going to try to make it his own, so he started making his own tunnel. The same tunnel my family worked in, and branched off into a dangerous area where they told him, don't go in there, because you'll cave in the rest of the shaft. And sure enough, not 10 feet into the hole he dug, it caved. And that was the very first time that I raged, too. I got so angry, I ripped all those stones out, and I went straight for him, and I bludgeoned him to near death with my fist. Just wailed on him for a good 3 hours. By the time they pulled me off, there was basically nothing left of the face. It was mostly just blood and what I think were teeth, but I couldn't tell. He never worked in that mine again, and I'm pretty sure he got exiled for that. But I ended up getting my own brewery set that same day, which is funny considering the fact that I was considered a child at the time. I still have it. As a matter of fact, I keep blood mead in it right now, which you don't want to know where the blood came from. But it's interesting how similar our stories are.
Well, we're both born fighters, I guess.
Though you can't be more than 30. There's not a chance. You don't look a day over. I look like Grandpa. I've got maybe 20 years before I'm dead, so you don't look a day over 30.
Well, it's flattering you say that, but it's not true.
Oh, come on. You're yanking my... I look down. I think that's a foot. A foot.
No. Well, I first started in the academy about 150 years ago.
I kind of look surprised. Really?
Yeah.
That...
My 9 cadets, I'm going to call them now, since they're being demoted. Stupid as they are. They actually came in about 30 years after me.
The ones that I caused problems with in the bathhouse?
Oh yeah, thankfully.
I am sorry for...
Oh, don't even worry about it.
I'm not apologizing for the attack, I'm apologizing for the threat of rape to them. I remember that.
Oh.
Then again, they did threaten to do bad things to the little kobold that was with us. So my dad instinct kicked in and I kind of got pissed. Rightfully so, no offense. But I don't care much for people that do horrible things to anyone.
Misogynistic assholes, I get it.
Yeah.
They're younger than me and they think that because they're younger than me, they're more agile. But if you can't lift a log off someone in a burning building, then I don't
don't think you deserve to be in a spot directly below the general.
Yeah.
We actually have two generals in this hierarchy. I'm the kind of special ops general. I'm done with this though. I'm done.
Being a general.
I don't want to leave the king in such pressure, but what you guys did already, whoever that was that you brought out of those weapons,
The crazy dude that asked for the sword that got all hurt about it afterwards? Is that who you're talking about?
yeah.
Oh, I don't trust him. At all. I mean, I pulled this thing out of a monster turtle that, by the way, until that point, was just trying to make a break for the wall. I didn't know that it was what it was doing. And I thought the sword was evil, so when I pulled it out, I was fit to destroy it until this guy shows up and says, "Hey, I want that sword." I'm like, I don't know you. I'm not going to give this sword to a guy that I'd never met before that just suddenly can just say he's the only one that can wield it. It's like, well, I'm holding it and not dead, and I'm not about to do it, but I have no other choice. My friends convinced me, so I did. Still don't trust him, but
I think we should go to the archives after this.
the archives.
Because you, of all people, have intel on this stone.
On what?
Him.
I don't
At
know.
least talk to him.
I've
You
talked
can
to him
describe him better.
once, and I don't recall what he looks like. I was on the barrier of sanity then. I don't recall what he looks like. Even at a game, I don't remember what he looks like.
Well, we'll look through some things and see if any mention of him. Because I mean, he came out of those weapons, and those weapons are centuries old.
I don't trust people I don't understand.
Well, maybe we'll understand him together.
Well,
If
after
I'm
we...
still a general after all, and I'm supposed to know what's going on, so
Well, of course.
I think it would be a nice adventure for us.
As long as it's with you, I don't mind. I'm sorry to be a sap, but I'm an
Are
old
you
man.
kidding me?
That's how it is.
This flower's lovely.
Well, I honestly thought practically about it because, well, unfortunately say I didn't know a lot about you up until today. Because every time I met you before, I was not all there. But from
Can't
what
blame
I've got,
yourself. Can't blame yourself. You had 250 years on that island?
250 long, lonely, drug-filled years.
It's not uncommon for someone that can live as long as we can to go insane for that
No.
long.
From what I've heard, dragonborns live much longer than us dwarves. You've got another several hundred years at least.
Yeah.
I've got 20.
Actually, I'm on the longer edge of that even.
Well, I'm sure you've got longer than I do.
I'm not even sure how old my grandma, and my granddaughter are.
Oh.
You can see her like go into like thought, just
All I know is that I saw your grandmothers, and one of them looked like they were already decaying. I could see their bones, which was a little odd.
oh, they both have that.
I wasn't going to question because I don't know the culture around here, and I'd really hate to insult anyone.
Oh, that's the part of the thing that keeps them alive, and I'm not even sure how long. Each of them have a part of them that they never show. That's skeletal, and I still don't understand the magic.
I don't know. I don't understand the magic either. I mean, one of them moved so quickly at her age that it was surprising even to me. And the other one took my old clothes and turned them into single thread just by pulling it. And then put it back together again without any tools. I still don't understand what I saw.
You think I do what as well? All I know is that they used to be some magical people.
Yeah, I'm sure you got some of it too. Just in a different way. I mean,
Maybe it's the way I bulked up so fast.
well,
You see her kind of flex a muscle in her arm. She actually like hurts her own hand because she's doing like she's
Oh.
resting her arm, her
Yeah.
hand on one arm, and then when she does this, it like crushes her hand.
And anyway, I'm kind of like, I see that, and then kind of just do like an awkward way, like, yeah, I'm small and weak in comparison by in pretty much every method and means. Too, I am meek. Oh, well, apparently I heard about this. I don't know anything about these materials, but that crystal came from this weird cavern area. A lot of circles and squares involved in it, but he and I did this, and I reach in and pull out the little tree. He said it was interesting, and he looked like he was about to piss himself, pardon the expression. I don't know anything about it, do you?
Those are very rare.
Well,
Like, extremely.
well, I've been told to keep in direct sunlight, but until I get back to somewhere where I can plant it, and I intend to stay for a long time, I intend to just keep it here to prevent it from, well, outgrowing the bag, because there's only so much space in here, and quite honestly, there's a lot more
Can I see?
in the... Oh, yeah. I open the bag up and like a door, and there's...
Yeah, I don't remember if I ever keep reiterating this, but you guys, when you open this bag, the bag is made so that you open it up, and whatever you open it up to becomes a door. Like, you open it up, it'll retain shape, and then a door forms, and you open the door and walk in.
Right. And I open the door. Inside is literally like a small aircraft hangar with gold everything, mountains of it, and a gold forge, minus a hammer, sitting in the back corner.
Wow.
Funny story. Well, funny for you, not so much for me. I spent 3 months alphabetizing all of this.
Gold?
Yeah. I really just... I don't know what happened, but I was in here doing some work, and I just saw it one day in this chaotic pile, and I thought, I'm going to alphabetize it. So I did, and it took me 3 months. But...
What's that giant purple glowing gem over there?
What? Oh, that's Wallace in there. My giant lizard companion from the island. I couldn't take him onto the boat over here because he was too big. Well, I found that out much later, like less than a year ago. But my friends had these. I don't know what they are exactly or how they work, but essentially it encases them and keeps them safe until I decide to bring her out. I don't know how to do it, but
I think
I'm sure it's just a throw or push. I'd suggest doing this outside though, because she is enormous.
Hey, you know what? Let's blow this tea. I love the tea. I'm not saying like. What's the expression?
Blow this popsicle stand.
What's a popsicle?
Frozen water and sugar on a stick. They're very popular in my home country.
Oh, cool.
I don't know how we froze it though. We lived in the bottom of a volcano. Explain that shit.
Voodoo magic.
I guess.
I mean, I know a little bit of magic myself, but no.
I know. I got a book from our mutual friend, and I show her the aggressive enchantment book. I intend to learn how to do this. This seems like it'd be fun to learn.
Survey?
Yeah, I met him today too. He was the last person I met before here.
He used to be shorter than me.
That lanky dude?
No, Survey, the big dude. He's the one that the enchantment dude was big and buff and tall. The lanky dude was Rafi.
Oh, really? Him? Small?
Yeah.
The word small in any of you? Not. I don't know.
Well, when I was like 3 foot tall, he was a runt. He was like 2 foot, 2.5 maybe.
I remember when I was 3 feet tall. I was 200. I'm only 4 feet now, and I am done.
I don't know much about dwarf biology, so.
The tallest a dwarf can be is about 5 foot at the highest. Tallest dwarf in my kingdom was my father. He was 5'2", which is incredibly tall for a dwarf. Everything had to be made bigger because he was big boy. He's a big dead boy now. He was a big boy before.
So, let's go to the archives.
Okay. What do I do with Wallace?
Just bring Wallace with you.
Well,
We'll let
Wallace-
Wallace out later. But,
she stays in the bag anyways, and I keep the bag on me.
okay, fair enough.
I kind of live in it, apparently, when we're traveling. It's hard for me to keep up with everyone else because of the short legs. So they just carry me around in the bag. I'm gonna dump the extra tea out, and then put the tea set back in its box and away.
Alright. So she brings you. She leads you outside, and people are like, you can see some people that are obviously like other people that work alongside her. They're startled to see her outside of her, not with her dress, with her armor on.
She's a head turner. Knee slapper. That was a terrible joke, and I feel bad.
There, I slapped your knee.
That was a knee slapper. That was a funny joke if anybody gets Maybelline. Maybe she was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh, she's a head turner. Dumbest thing.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright. I'm just.
Actually, no, I'm not. Sorry, that's a funny joke, and you should laugh. It's actually funny.
Laugh!
Please
It's
just
like Jacksepticeye.
laugh. Pity laugh, please. So where does she take me? Obviously, she's a head turner. I get that.
She brings you up to the castle, but instead of going up to where the chambers are, she starts to lead you down.
I'm gonna just kind of flap along next to her because my legs are too short. I have to just fly along next to her.
She brings you down into this large hall. Wall to wall, scrolls, books, random pieces of parchment on the floor.
I'm going to stay flying the whole time I'm in here because my ass is on fire. Actual fire. It's not like fake magic fire. It's actual torch fire, which burns. So I'm just going to stay at her head level the entire time I'm in here and try not to touch anything with my ass. It's a fucking joke in and of itself. So, this is the archives?
Yes.
There's a lot of paper. It smells like hemp in here.
It's hemp paper, that's why.
Oh, I grew that stuff on the island.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of even rice, actually, as well.
Rice?
Rice paper.
What's rice?
It's like this little grainy white stuff that you make and you boil it and like I don't know, it can be used for a multitude of things. It's also a food.
Interesting.
Maybe you have to get you a bowl of peas or something like that afterwards.
Peas?
You're a duck now, so or I mean we're a dwarf.
Yes, well when I was a dwarf I ate mostly rocks.
Well, I'm guessing you probably have to eat peas now because you're a duck.
I don't know, I haven't eaten.
There was a pond we used to have that ducks came by. We used to feed them peas. They liked it, so I'm just guessing.
I don't know. I haven't eaten in this new body yet. I haven't slept in it either. I don't know. Have I slept in this body?
Yes.
I haven't slept at all. I hibernate. Just anyway. So what is it you want to show me in here?
It's not something I want to show you, it's something we're looking for.
Okay.
Right here. She pulls out a scroll labeled Daybreak.
Daybreak?
And you remember, did I describe the javelin that Streak now has?
It's a big stick with a metal tip. Javelin.
No, the one that's completely made out of the solar material.
No.
Oh. Well, there's one that's made out of solar material. We haven't got to that point in Terraria. We never got to that point in Terraria, so you don't even know what it looks like.
It's the one you throw. That. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, you have its fixer. Or not fixer. One of your characters. One in that one world that has all the shit in it. You showed me there.
Yeah.
But,
she starts reading about it and goes, okay, that's one of 4 things we need. Just hang on a second. She opens her wings and you see her fly the fastest. She's like the fastest thing you've ever seen fly. And she comes right back to where you are, skidding a little bit past you, but that's just because
speed.
speed.
She has speed.
I have all the others.
And
It mentions something of the cult of. Okay, it's smudged. Great. Quantity. No.
well, all I know is that the dude was taller than me, looked untrustworthy, and came out of something like when one of us did something.
She starts looking over the parchment, and you see the 4 corners of them are made out of different materials. Out of a different material. One is made out of solar material. One is made out of the lunar material. Same as the creatures you saw the previous night.
And a turtle.
And then 2 others, one of purple, one of light blue.
I know that material. I pointed at the lunar one. I know the other one too, but I don't remember it within memory. But the turtle that I fought earlier was that one. I pointed to the lunar one. And the sword that was in its back is what that guy took.
As soon as you say lunar, and you mention about the turtle, it starts to glow. And she pulls it out, and you see everything on it changing. Whoa.
Is that normal?
No, not something I'm used to.
Okay.
This is talking about. It's in Draconic, you can read it.
No, I obviously can't.
This is talking about the cult of the cosmos.
Is that supposed to mean something? I don't understand.
Those weapons, they were made by the 4 leaders of it.
Okay. I don't follow.
These creatures that you guys have been fighting at night are the 4 different lunar spatial species that all fight to keep this material and stuff out of people's hands and seal away something. The astral scourge.
I don't trust that dude with the sword at all now.
That wasn't a sword.
Well, it was a hilt of one.
It looked like one. It looked like one. That's me talking. It looked like one, but wasn't.
Okay, well, I'm going to call it that because it looked like that to me.
Help me out here. And please grab your phone for a roll. You're looking for either the Scourge of the Cosmos
Or the cult of the cosmos.
Am I rolling it, or
Yes.
what is it, history or what?
Just
Intelligence?
investigation.
That's intelligence. Yay.
And again, I said her stats are changed for this session, for this mini session. Ooh!
Mine,
23 and
still-
22.
mine are not both better and worse than hers. That's funny.
She, you guys kind of meet back up at the front, and you are holding
a scroll that's talking about the scourge of the cosmos, and she's holding for the cult of the cosmos. She lays them down on this table that holds the scrolls open themselves, and she starts reading through it, and you can see her eyes going darting across this between the papers, and trying to understand it, as it goes down until she just suddenly stops. A perfect being?
Is it talking about the dude with the not sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the son of the Scourge of the Cosmos? What? No, that doesn't make any sense. He's humanoid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
And she points to this blank spot that's like a rectangle. But he looks like the Scourge is that.
I don't see anything.
You don't?
No, it looks like a square, but there's nothing in it. Just blank. I don't know, the guy just looked like a person to me. Human. Almost.
Hold on. You see her kind of almost grab something that's on her eyes, and she takes it off, and suddenly it appears like little golden glasses. These help me see this stuff. I'm sorry, I grabbed them when I was looking. Here, you put them on. She hands them to you.
I'm gonna kind of do that old man thing, and then just put them on and blink a couple times.
You see lettering. A bunch of the words jump around on the pages. They jump back and forth, and suddenly it starts reading out in Draconic. You can't understand it, but you can tell that it's the words that were originally there were meant to throw someone off. And the picture appears like a giant worm.
So wait, the worm dude is the dude?
Is the son. That's his dad.
So you mean to tell me that I just gave a lunar weapon to the son of a worm guy, and then we're supposed to trust him? Would you? If you were in my...
No, listen. Okay, hold on. Okay, what it said about the cult was that the cult, they were made to be a neutral force to help stop, first of all, these invasions from happening in the first place.
Bang up job.
That would be that guy, the advisor, who was told there.
The guy that showed up at the last minute to take the thing from me that I rightfully earned, which, by the way...
No, that wasn't the advisor.
I don't know who that is.
He was this guy that went crazy because a Daedra started talking to him and told him to pick up the weapons. We figured out it was...
Oh, the one that you guys killed and then I asked about grapes too?
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that's who that was. I thought that was just a prior king. That was just another Dragonborn.
No, he was an advisor.
I missed the first half of that conversation, I think. So, I was not aware.
Yeah. He kind of cursed us with this whole lunar invasion thing.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say that I asked him about grapes. Yeah, I don't know, it was weird. Weird times.
But the cult of the Cosmos was made to appease the Scourge, so he wouldn't leave us alone.
Oh.
Can I have those glasses back?
Oh, yeah, I gave them back. Do you trust this dude who's taking all these weapons?
She kind of doesn't even hear you for a moment as she goes back to reading.
Hello?
Sorry?
Do you trust this dude that's taking these weapons?
Well, with our ancient scriptures...
I'm asking you, not the scriptures. You, the lovely dragon lady, in front of me, wearing this lovely dress. I'm asking you for your personal opinion. Would you trust this dude who pops out of nowhere at the end of the fight, after everything's done, and asks for these weapons that are supposed to be so cursed that they actually killed the last guy that had them? Would you trust him? You. I'm asking you.
Well, you see, I have a very different viewpoint on it.
That's why I'm asking for your opinion. If you trust him, so will I.
Well, you see, and this is now guided by this knowledge that I'm reading. Because, I had a reason to trust him because, if he came from these ancient weapons that are of technically dragonborn heritage, I should. You know. I had an inkling of a sense to trust him, but now I have a real reason as to why.
If you trust him, then I'll trust him.
Should I tell you what this is saying?
Well, you should be telling all of us, not just me, because I will not remember most of this. I'm not all here quite yet.
I understand,
I'll
but still, like, I just want to say this out loud so I remember.
Oh, sure. That helps.
These scrolls talk about this cult of the cosmos that collected one of every species, everybody from humans to lizard folk, to pass through generations and generations to create a person of all races.
Now that sounds like a mess.
Obviously it is. She points to the Cult of the Cosmos page again. Another blank spot. I know you can't see this, but it shows a picture of a woman wearing a similar kind of robes that he was. And she, as she reads further on the Cult of the Cosmos page, she goes, oh, that makes so much sense.
What?
That woman, that's his mom.
Ah, that's... I kind of just... I really don't want to think about a worm doing the do with a humanoid. It just leads to way too many mental images I really don't want to think about. But I'll just assume that he took a human form, or generally, and then did the do.
She kind of gives this sideways look, like she kind of turns her head and goes, staring at a part of the scripture. I didn't need to describe that, but I'll just tell you this. No.
Oh,
no.
He didn't take a form, it was just him doing the do? Oh, that's... Oh no. Or did she take other form to do the do? Oh... Boy. We're into the Japan territory.
Yeah.
Goody.
Japan?
Don't worry about it. It's another country from where I'm from. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
A lot of wiggly bits. We don't talk about them. Well, like I said before, if you trust this dude, and so will I. Because honestly, the second he showed up at the end of the fight, didn't help at all. Didn't take a swing at it.
She turns over the page.
Yeah, I know.
As
I saw you gesture. But,
hold on.
what?
There's a reason. He can't touch them. Those creatures, he can't touch them. It says right here. He can't touch them. He passes through them. That's why he couldn't help. That makes sense.
Well, I don't know.
He alone could kill the
Evil.
Scourge of the Cosmos.
Oh, that's sounds like he's that's heavy.
Those things are cores. Cores of the invasion.
The 4 little things that we've been picking up.
No, the one little thing that you guys have so far that he took from you. That was the core. That was the lunar core.
The not sword.
Yeah. It shows a picture of him without anything in his chest, and then a little description drawing of where each of those go. There's another thing. There's a couple more things though. Because I see a spot for the solar. There's the lunar one that he's already got on him, on his right side on the top. Nebula, Stardust. Heart of Living. What?
I'm just as lost as you are. I'm sorry to say I'm not following most of this.
I understand. I'm working through this out loud myself.
Yeah. I'm doing my absolute best to pay attention. That it is, all of this is foreign to me. I'm sure the rest of the group would would follow a lot better than I, but even when I was, well, paying attention before, not so much. Sadly.
She rolls up the scroll. That's the end of that one, but Scourge of the Cosmos. A creature born similar to, if not is, a worm god.
Goody, does that mean we have to kill Daddy? That sounds like it. If I'm being quite honest, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, if the cores are disturbed from the creatures they've been given to, he'll know. And that's literally all the text on the page.
Yeah, I really...
Oh no. To think the invasions were bad enough and we're losing soldiers because of it.
Well...
He's on his way. Oh my days.
I'm not going anywhere. And I'm not afraid.
Well, you guys already took out one of the cores. That means
3 more to go.
no. Wait. Didn't you guys do something
What?
to cause that thing to come down? That
The turtle?
yeah.
I think one of ours disintegrated one of the smaller ones. And it evaporated. I don't remember much of that fight other than the one time I flew away and it shot me. Didn't feel very good.
We'll have to figure out whatever it was, because maybe we might need to call down the rest. Because I don't know what the other creatures are. It doesn't say anything about them.
All I know is that if we sit there and go in half-cocked, it's going to cause issues. So what we should do, regroup and plan first. Get everyone...
Well, you have my army at your back.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better. Because taking on this garbage on our own is going to be a mess. An absolute mess. Man.
To think we were just going on a date to now coming to... Oh yeah, there's an interstellar god coming to kill us.
I mean, if I'm being quite frank, I probably could have figured this out if I was still insane. Because I had the one speaking to me for a little while. Until I told him to fuck off. And now he doesn't. So I'm sure I would have heard something on the grapevine. But
I don't know what to say. And as she's about to say something else, you guys hear a from behind you.
I'm gonna just kind of whip around.
You both do, and she immediately salutes. It's Parthenia,
The who?
the queen from that other continent.
The one that punched through the wall in? That's the only other country I
No.
No, I don't know who this is.
That Argonian lady that was joining you guys for a while.
I don't remember
She
that.
split off from you.
Yeah, describing it more is not gonna help me remember. I don't know.
She threw Ishtro across that river. Nothing?
The one that one of us went into and got dragged down even though it was shallow.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember, I don't remember her.
Yeah, she's a queen.
I'm going to pretend like I don't, because in real life I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, then again, you were crazy every time you met her, so...
Yeah, it wouldn't click. It wasn't a core memory, as it were. So I'm just gonna, even though she's saluting, I'm gonna kind of do the same, though it's kind of, because I don't know who she is.
You don't need to do that.
Well, I don't know who you are, so hi, person. I'm just doing it because
Draco?
she's doing it. Yes. And you are?
Sensing less insanity from me.
Yeah, that's recent. Wishing a comment.
Cool.
Wishing a comment. Long story.
Oh, so that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I just really didn't feel like having my pick talk to me anymore. So, wished it did not, and now it doesn't.
Well, I was told to come here by the person who's been informing me of everything, so...
The small one that doesn't have a tongue?
No.
Oh, well that's the only one I'm aware of that knows we're here, so...
You see a black tendril poke up through her armor, from her right shoulder.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
No, you just see it.
You got a little something. On your.
Yeah, I know. That's how he talks to me.
Who?
My informant.
Okay.
She's fully armored. You can't see her face or anything.
No, I figured not. That I don't. I'm trying, in character, just kind of pointing both at the thing and at my shoulder. What? Who's what? Amethyst. Who is this? Who?
This is Parthenia, queen of a whole another country. As in an entire continent.
She talks to me like she knows me. I don't know who that is.
She was traveling with you when you guys got here.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember her at all.
Well, maybe you'll remember her someday.
Maybe. I may have to think back on it a bit. I've got a lot of gaps to fill, I suppose.
Understandable.
But Parthenia, was it? Why are you here, and why do you have Japan hentai coming out of your shoulder? And why does it look vaguely ominous?
Because it's a Daedra.
Oh, it's the like that's all.
A Daedra.
A. That's good. It's not the one I asked about the grapes for, because again, that was not Mimi. That was the other one. It's a little.
That little black tendril is reminiscent of the one that was the tendrils that were coming out of that dude, though.
Oh, so it would probably remember the grape thing. Hopefully not.
It does.
It does. Oh crap. All right. Whoops.
It knows anyways.
Oh, right. Because I'm omnipotent or whatever. Well, okay. Parthenia, I guess. Why are you down here eavesdropping?
Oh no, I was just here because you guys are talking about the Scourge of the Cosmos.
Oh, yeah. I just fought their turtle this morning.
Last night I was there with you.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. I remember the wish. I remember pulling this thing out of its back. I remember the dude that I trust now taking it, and
Put it
then
in his chest.
and then I left, and that's all. And then I'm here now.
Well, I'm sorry to intrude on your little date.
Well-
It's just
It's all right.
we should probably start preparing for the next night.
Well, it's still morning. It's not even noon yet. We've got hours to prepare.
Yeah, you have an entire army to help get ready as well.
Well,
And you need to sleep yourself. I do too.
well, then sleep. I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
I'm talking to the both of you.
She'd probably disagree with me in this case. It would probably be battle ready, but I myself would like to finish the estate because
Alright, suit yourself.
I've got 20 years left tops. So I don't want to waste time.
The tendril starts sneaking up her neck and under her helmet.
I don't want to end up wasting any time.
She kind of jerks her head to the left.
I'm gonna just kind of lean over to Amethyst. I don't trust that, like, at all.
It recedes and she shakes her head. I'll tell you this much, not 30. It's longer.
I have longer than 20 years?
Yeah.
How? Dwarves at most live 300. I'm 280. How?
He knows.
Uh,
I got myself into a pact, alright? I gotta get information for him. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, a person I don't know having a demon penis coming out of her shoulder. Since I'm not aware of you, and yet Amethyst respects you, I will show you respect, but, yeah, I don't know you well enough to just drop everything and follow your lead.
I understand.
If Amethyst says, fine, but again, I'm pretty sure I don't have long to live, and I'd like to finish my
Enjoy it. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna finish my first date and probably my last. So if you don't mind, because apparently we have an interdimensional cosmo tentacle hentai bullshit coming after us. It's gonna murder
Just
all
a
of our
worm.
faces.
It's just a worm.
You say it's just a worm, but it's an interdimensional worm.
Intergalactic.
It has an interdimensional penis. Because worms do that, apparently. I didn't know. They do the same thing snakes do, kinda. Anyway, but I don't...
You see the tentacle start to extend again. She flicks it. Not now.
Can you tell that... Sorry about the grapes. And I do like grapes, though, so if it actually has grapes over there, it'd be great, but don't. I'm not gonna push my luck.
She immediately turns to her shoulder, and you see the tentacle kind of like...
Like, look at her like, bitch, what? Hey, I'm not that crazy anymore, but I like grapes. I mean, Amethyst, you like grapes. Who doesn't like grapes?
I've never had grapes before, Amethyst replies.
You know, come to think about it, neither have I. I've been eating...
You all have a mutual moment of, wait, none of us have ever had grapes.
I don't even know how I know what grapes are. What are grapes? Isn't that what wines are made of?
Yeah.
Okay, I've had wine, so if that's what grapes taste like, then they can't be that bad.
Parthenia kind of turns her head. For a moment, you hear a male voice come out of her helmet, but not from her. And she kind of turns her head. You know, if you yell, they hear you slightly. I'm sorry, he doesn't like to be kept out of the know.
No.
I'm the teacher of future knowledge. Who the fuck cares?
I mean...
I made a pact with you to get powerful. You already know that you can't control me.
You should just talk to the guy I talked to. Just try not to lose your brain. He tends to take it from you in pieces. The guy I followed until recently.
Oh, don't worry. This guy's smarter than him.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just glad that I don't talk to him anymore. He was, well, weird, to put it
Are you kidding me?
lightly.
This guy, she points to her shoulder, this guy knows more than him and takes stuff from him all the time. That's why he even does that.
Well, Amethyst, if we're done down here, we still got time for this parent battle prep we have to do, which I'm not exactly fond of being yanked out of the middle of our date before we haven't actually had a date yet.
Are you kidding me? This has been the best date I've ever had, and I've only been on 2. You don't think learning about some ancient knowledge of my people is cool?
I think it's cool, just not what I had in mind in dates. Not where I come from. Dates are different. Dates are more you take the girl and you go out and you see the sunrise. You take her to a park and you have food. You talk and yada yada yada.
How about this? We go see Wallace. You show me Wallace.
Oh, sure. Is there a park nearby? A big one?
No, we'll need to go outside the wall, and then maybe we'll bring some food with us
It's fine.
and have
Just
some
me.
brunch.
Sure. It's what? About 10 o'clock? About?
About
Yeah, so Parthenia, I keep saying her name wrong intentionally, by the way. I'm not pronouncing it wrong to be funny. I'm doing it because I'm really just not aware 100%. So, Parthenia, if you want to just be around.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah,
So-
and I'd suggest keeping on a chastity belt. Just, don't ask. Just,
She looks to her shoulder for a second.
yeah, I don't,
You can tell she rolls her eyes because of the way her head moves for a second.
I don't trust any in this fucking all-powerful thing that doesn't have grapes. I don't trust anything that's all-powerful and doesn't have grapes.
He does. It's just that he was going to make a deal with you to take bits and pieces of your knowledge.
I have basically no knowledge of anything with the
Jewelry.
Oh, great! So
Jewelry.
you can make a nice little diamond ring. For
He
his-
wants to know everything. And he doesn't necessarily know everything. It's part of the curse of being the one to know, but not to know, as he puts it. You know, you really are stupid when it comes to these riddles.
I'm gonna just say this.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Fuck you.
I'm gonna say this out loud in the general direction of the Daedras, just to see what happens. an inlay is a smaller gemstone that goes into a larger one when you're making jewelry.
You have sudden pain across the entire right side of your head.
Ow. Okay, I'm sorry. Ow.
That was him trying to leak in. Don't do that shit.
Oh, I just wanted to see what had happened. Made a mistake.
Should have asked me first.
Well, I really want grapes. I don't know what to tell you.
She pulls out this giant black book. If you want to get some...
Oh, fuck no.
Do some bullshit with this, go ahead.
I'm going holy. That shit out of here. I already made a mistake once with the squid boy, and many...
I already after this I have to talk to him anyways, and it'll be...
No, get that shit out of here. Bye.
She starts to open the book.
No.
She opens the book. It's holding it like this.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna take Amethyst's hand. I'm gonna.
Before you can even, you see a large green and black tentacle slither up around her head and then go into her ear.
I'm gonna
through the helmet.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Amethyst's arm.
And she becomes translucent.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Amethyst and I'm gonna go walk out briskly.
You can hear her muttering in languages you can't understand.
She has to probably bend down because I'm walking, not flying. But I'm like pulling her along. Like, now we're out of here. Nope. Not going with that shit.
That's the first time anyone has seen it, and you're just like, fuck.
No, I'm like, no,
nah, fuck that.
I'm not dealing with that. Nah.
By the way, the reason... Okay, I think we've kind of gone far enough since it's, you know... This is a single person session, and we're on 3 hours of recording.
Well, yeah.
So I'm gonna do some closing out instead of actually continuing because, yeah.
We do still actually need to sleep because we're people.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say what happens for the rest of it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, for the rest of the date that Draco and Tarsha go on, it's kind of like just a cool date because, I mean, you guys get outside the outer wall after grabbing some food, sneaking it out of one of the captain's quarters. You get like a good few loaves of bread.
I can't eat that shit though. Gluten's poisonous to ducks. Apparently, I found out recently. Did you know that?
Yeah, actually.
I didn't know that. I was like, wait, what? Why feed bread to ducks? Oh crap! How many ducks have I killed?
It bugs their stomach more so, but it's just not healthy for them. They can't digest it right. So when they, when they shit it out, it doesn't come. It's not digested fully. They gained basically no nutrients from it.
Right.
That's why they go for it so often when you give it to them, is because they think they need to eat a lot of it to get any nutrients from it. But you go on this date, you go and you show her Wallace, and she's flabbergasted. She's like, I've never seen a dragon in my life, but this is cool. Yeah. She's going on and on. You guys are having a great time. And after that, Wallace just kind of lays down behind you guys, and you guys start to have a date on her back, and you go till like, I'd say 4 in the afternoon before you hear a horn, and she stands up and goes, we gotta go now. This was fun.
Okay.
And I'll see you on the battlefield.
Okay, I'm gonna do that roll that I just sent.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a peck on the cheek as she's running off for good luck. Just for good luck. That'll probably never happen again, but I might die today, so you only live once, I guess.
Let's go. She's already way off. She's way faster than you at this point. So.
Yeah, no shit, she's faster than me, dude. I've got little legs.
So yeah, that's what happens with the session.
Pity. Basically, I didn't even get the first base. Excellent.
Well, you do realize that's just partially because of how Amethyst is. So
yeah. No, still give her good luck. So
the fact that she didn't just turn around and
kill me,
rip your head off for that,
yeah,
that should show you something.
It was on the cheek though. It didn't suck her face or anything like that. It'd be weird.
It'd be weird because duckbill as well.
Yeah. Cheek was still probably weird too because again, duckbill.
I mean, they don't really have control over the lips as much as we do. So she can't really pucker up, per se.
Neither can a duck.
So yeah, so it was basically...
Ducks can just do this. They can't really articulate a whole lot in the middle there to wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Cool.
How do you think the session went? As a normal closing thing.
Well, I've been on a few dates in real life, and this has probably been one of the most not dates, but at the same time dates, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, when I figured a date. Now, we're gonna go to the library and read about stuff that I'm not aware of, and make myself look like an idiot for 2 hours, because literally I felt like an idiot for the last hour and a half. Because I was like, what is this? What are you talking about? Who are you? What? Just, whew. But I liked it, still had fun. I mean, I would, if I didn't have fun, we wouldn't be doing it for fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there you go. Please don't. You. But,
What?
yeah. You can toe jam all over your phone, man. It's gross. Well, anyway. So I guess we can call it for the night and get the fuck to sleep now.
No, we're not sleeping yet. We know what we know each other. We're not gonna sleep yet.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
No, I'm not gonna let you. It's too late.
Oh, I know.
Demons are upon us.
I can't stay up all night, dude.
I know. I can.
I got people take care of in the morning.
Alright.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you
Bye.
did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Whenever these episodes ends up going up on SoundCloud or on iPhones, it will be going up on podcasts. It's literally just called podcasts on the iPhone. And of course, SoundCloud for anybody that's using Android or any other devices that may not be able to run, or not Apple devices necessarily. So whenever those go out on those things, I will be uploading them daily, hopefully, onto those platforms as soon as I actually get it out there. So there are currently about 50 or so episodes or something like that. I think we just hit 60, or we are going to hit 60 with when I start editing the next few sessions. So however that ends up being, I hope you guys do enjoy that. And since that will be a lot more portable for all of you, because nobody wants to pay for the YouTube service. I hope you guys did enjoy the session. I hope you guys enjoyed those sessions, any of the past sessions, especially since this session was just one other person in the room.
Quite literally.
Yeah. So, thank you guys for being here, spending time listening to two idiots in a room, and that is all. Bye-bye.
Duck.